All right, guys, we are ready to start, and welcome again for another live presentation that we have here. All right, now, first off, if you guys happen to be watching this on replay, you happen to be watching this on, YouTube, definitely whoever's channel that you happen to see this on, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. All right, because that is that person's channel and they are part of our team. So definitely show them support. Okay, now what we're going to do today is we're going to get into everybody here is online marketers, wanting to create the lifestyle that you want with income. We're going to talk about the 4 main components that you actually need to start creating that type of income that you want. Because believe it or not, most of us, when we first start out, we missing at least 2 of those components, and sometimes we're missing all 4. It happens. All right, it happened to me. We get it. But I want you guys to stick around all the way through the end here, because we definitely do have some cool bonuses for you as well. All right, now before we get into this, just in case you guys don't know me, it's your first time meeting me, I am Coach D. All right, and to give you guys a little bit background of myself, I actually am an ex-auto mechanic. I used to work on cars, busting up my knuckles and all that stuff, right? And it got to a point where when you're using your body, your back is aching and all this stuff. You're using your body to make the money. Some of you guys probably can relate. Maybe you're a waitress or something. You're always on your feet. When you're doing that, it gets to a point where you're like, man, I'm working a whole bunch of hours and I'm not getting paid a whole bunch of money. And then the reality is, man, you can't do that for the rest of your life using your body. You can use your mind, but using your body, the physical, labor, trying to do that for the rest of your life, even trying to do that past like the age of like 45, man, it gets a little rough, So it got to the point where I was actually working like 60, 70, 80 hours a week, in a repair shop, and, right off the bat, people are like, oh, that's good, man. You had your own repair shop, blah, 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 right? Yeah, it sounds good. But by the time you add in the hours, you add in the amount that I was paying for the shop rent, you add in the thousands of dollars of tools, you add in the insurance, you add all these expenses and the employee, you add all that stuff up. And I started doing the math because I'm a Capricorn and I like numbers. You start doing the math and you looking more like, wait a minute, I'm making less than minimum wage, putting all of that, wear and tear on my body. Right. So I knew I had to do something different. There had to be some other way, Now my background, I grew up, in upstate New York, we grew up in the hood. It was, a low income area. Right. But I did have an education. Right. So I knew that I was a thinker. Right. I've been to like 4 different colleges. You know what I'm saying? So we're not dealing with somebody who's like a dummy or anything like that. But I was in the status quo. It was like, you thought that you had to kind of trade hours for dollars. That's what I thought. So that's what I did, but I said, what, man, my mind will outlive my body. My mind will be insane, way longer than my body will keep being able to do these physical things. So I said, well, let me see, what can I do to use my mind to be able to make some money? You use the mental. And so I turned to the online space to try and see, well, what was that about? I didn't know anything about Facebook. I had like 75 friends, and you know how Facebook is. They only show you like 5 of the people, and I didn't know anything about Facebook Lives or any of that stuff. All I knew is that I needed to do something different to get out of the situation I was in, to make some more money, and to be able to kind of breathe again, because sometimes you're in a situation where it just seems like a lot of stuff is on your shoulders when you're trying to, you're here, you're trying to get here, and it seems like whatever you're doing is never going to get you there. I don't care how much you save. It just seems like it's never enough, so I turned to the online space, and I'm going to be honest with you. This was no rags and riches story. When I first started, first 90 days, I made $9.24. It was bad. In the first 90 days, I made $9.24. I didn't know in the world I was doing. I didn't know what I needed. You know how it is. It's like, you don't know what you don't know. So you just go around clueless, right? So once after that, I had to make a decision. I said, look, man, it's either I'm going to continue and actually level up and actually, start really learning, or I was going to turn back and go back to cars, So I'm like at a fork in the road, and I'm looking like, what do I do? Do I go back there to nothingness where, a whole bunch of work and not enough money, or do I try something new? Right. So at that point, at that 90-day mark, it was almost like exact 90 days. You know, I made that decision. I said, you know what, I'm going to move forward. I'm actually going to take this serious. And that's what I did. So I had to start getting some training and everything like that. And then I came across, you know, an opportunity to be able to make some more money online, like you guys are going to see here a little bit later, you know, that actually, you know, allowed things to really start to blossom and change, and allowed me to be able to develop into the coach that you see now, to be able to help other people do the same thing. So that's kind of letting you guys know, look, I didn't come from knowing about this online stuff. You know, I had to learn it over time, and now it's phenomenal. But enough about my story. Let me get one of my teammates to go ahead and kind of tell their story, like why did they even get online? Alexis, what about you? I'm going to go ahead and let some people in as well. Alexis, can you unmute yourself and let us know, you know, just a little bit about like why you decided to get online to begin with?
I decided to get online because I needed to do something different. I was working 2 jobs plus side, so I could actually say that I was working about 6 jobs, and I was doing that every day. And then it's like, it just got much. So I decided to try the online thing, and I signed up with the coaching and everything, and I have certain skills. So what I did is the training that I received here, I actually used that.
I think your internet went out.
And everything.
Okay. All right, cool. I know your internet was a little choppy. Well, that's good. And I'm glad you found this as well, because what you guys are going to see, like I said, you know, our camaraderie and everything, but it's all about, you know, showing you guys the 4 components, because some of you guys may already be in different business opportunities, you know, or, you know, maybe you're like in health and wellness or something, right? But things are not really taking off right at the particular moment, because like I said, there's 4 main components that you actually need that you probably didn't know about. I know I didn't know about it when I started, right? That I'm going to actually reveal to you on this training. So that way you can really take an assessment of what you have going on and see, hey, is this the end all be all for me? Like, do I have it, or I'm missing something and I know I need some help? All right. So that's what it's about. Like I said, guys, you definitely want to stick around to the end, because we do have some cool bonuses for you guys. All right. So now, and I want to welcome everyone who came in, and you guys will see me you guys will see me look over at the screen as well, because sometimes people are coming in a little bit late because they have to work. So you'll see me letting people in. If you guys would, before we jump into this really quick, if you'll just put down in the chat for me, let me know who invited you. Just put down in the chat, say, hey, I was invited by such and such. If you do that for me, everyone who's here, just put down in the chat and let us know who invited you, okay? And we're going to go ahead and jump into this. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get right into the meat and potatoes. All right. Talking about what are these 4 components that we're talking about that you actually need to be able to, you know, create a sustainable income. We're not talking about a little $25 a month, right? We're talking about, you know, things that you need to be able to pay your bills, or to be able to, you know, supplement your job, or to be able to leave your job if that's what you want. You know, it's 4 things that you really need to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on my whiteboard, and I want to make sure that you guys can see me. So just let me know if you guys can see my whiteboard. I might need to pull it up a little bit closer. Let me do that. I want to make sure you guys can see it. All right. So let me know with the thumbs up. You should be able to see some like type of reaction symbol over there, or you could just put the thumbs up like this. Let me know if you guys can see my whiteboard. Let me know. Give me thumbs up if you can see. Okay, cool. All right. Michelle, Tracy gave me the thumbs up. Betty gave me the thumbs up. All right. Davida gave me the thumbs up. Tina, what's up? Can you see me? Tim gave the thumbs up. Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, awesome, awesome. All right, so now there's 4 main things that you need, okay, to be able to make this online stuff work, all right, to make this business work, all right, no matter what business you're in, there's 4 things you need, all right, and the first thing that you're going to need is ongoing support. Ongoing support. Now, when I say ongoing support, and this is interactive as well, guys. So get ready to unmute yourselves, if you will. All right. When I say ongoing support, all right, what do you guys think of when I say ongoing support? Michelle Flowers, what do you think of when I say ongoing support?
Coaching.
Coaching. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, why do you think I'm saying ongoing though, Michelle? Like, because a lot of people, like, for instance, like, we'll buy courses, right? We'll buy courses or trainings, and it'll be a video. you know, and we're watching. There might be some good stuff, right? And we're watching it, you know, and then we have questions. But yeah, I don't know about you, but if I ever try to talk back to a video, that video never answers me, right? So there's a difference between just like static coaching. I mean, it's like, you know, you might have bought a coaching class, you know, and it's like one and done, boom, versus ongoing. Why do you think that's important for a entrepreneur to have ongoing support, not just, you know, coaching that's like a one-time thing? Tell me.
Well, if you want me to answer, I was going to
Yep.
say, because you need that when you're online with marketing, because there's so many ups and downs that you go through. And if you only have, like, for instance, I've paid for a coach before for a short amount of time, but to know that it's ongoing, you're not trying to squish so much in a, you know what I mean, in a small amount of time. You're going to have that consistency of somebody helping you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is Tracy. I'd like to add into that. Also,
yeah, go ahead.
once you've posted something, you would like feedback from like a group of people like this, or like from peers. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be somebody on the same product line, but to me, I have no idea what product line you guys are in, but peer support to say, yes, that worked, or no, this might work better.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's interesting that you brought that up, because typically nobody ever said that part, right? But what we call that is accountability partners. And you're absolutely correct, because it's part of it is the ongoing coaching, which is the training, right? But the other part of it that I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never had before, out of all the stuff that I paid for, and I've spent thousands on different things, out of all the stuff I paid for, not one told me the importance of getting an accountability partner, right? And that's one of the things that we implemented on our team, is getting an accountability partner. And that was crazy. It was like, oh my gosh, like, it's free to have an accountability partner, right? But so that's interesting that you mentioned that, because you're right. You know, sometimes it's not just that you need the ongoing training, but you just need some feedback. And like you said, not even if it doesn't even matter if they're in the same product line, right? But if you guys are marketing the same way, right? If you guys are all marketing on Facebook, leveraging video, right? It's going to be super important for Tracy to say, hey guys, I was thinking about, you know, doing this video on such and such. I'm into health and wellness, for example. You know, I'm in health and wellness. I was thinking about doing this video on this, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a good topic. I think it is, but what do y'all think? Boom. You know how many times that before I had an accountability partner, you know, how many times I wish I would have had someone to ping something off of. And a lot of times you can say, oh, well, you could go in a company group and ask. Well, I don't know about y'all, but the company groups of the things that I've joined, except for one thing that I've bought into, all the rest of them, it was a whole bunch of people who didn't know nothing, and the people who knew stuff, they wasn't in the group answering nothing. So I was pretty much by myself. And I'm sorry, it is what it is. That's the honest truth, except for one thing that I bought. All right, so that is super important. And
what
like,
about D? What about
sorry,
D? What about, it's Tracy again. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can.
And I'm from Canada, by the way. I don't know who else here is anybody's from Canada.
Sweet. I couldn't even tell. I don't even know. Do Canadians have an accent? Because I can't tell that you were from Canada. I can't.
It depends on what part of the country you live in. Like, okay. It's just like United States. There's people in Boston that have a Boston accent.
This is true.
People in Newfoundland,
in Rochester, which is
they speak English, but I don't understand a word they say. And they're in Canada. But anyway.
Got you.
Sorry.
Go ahead, tell us, Tracy.
Okay, so I just recently did a Facebook Live, and I didn't talk about the product. I have multiple sclerosis, so I showed an electric device that I use to help stimulate the nerves and the muscles in my legs. And I posted that on my own physical page, because I've been told you just create curiosity, right? Mm-hmm. And then when people come back and ask you questions, and I also belong to 5 different MS groups, so I posted the same thing in 4 different MS groups, and only 2 people asked me questions, and I've had 600 views of this video. So that's where I would like to say, if I had somebody to watch it and say, well, why didn't anybody ask?
That makes sense. Basically getting feedback and saying, hey, am I doing something wrong, you know, with this video? Now, one thing I will say, you know, specifically about that particular situation is number one, it's about consistency, right? Because there are tons of times before people actually started joining me and buying stuff from me, right? It would be the same thing, people watching, because you have to understand what's going on in their mind. They're watching. They want to see how consistent you are before they will even commit to commenting. Before they will even do that, people want to see, is D going to continue to show up? Is Tracy going to continue to show up? Because from the other person looking in, they're like, okay, I know Tracy has something to sell me. We get that. We network marketers, we're online marketers, we get that. Then they're like, but I don't know if Tracy's for real. I don't know. Can I trust Tracy? If I go and try and talk to Tracy, is Tracy going to try and shove a product down my throat? This is what we think on the other end, right? So what we're looking for, some of the things that we're looking for is seeing that you're going to continuously show up, giving, the value that you were giving that value on a regular basis, especially when, the people already know that we're going to sell them something, right? Because that's just what it is. Like, let's just be real. Like, nobody's going to make any money unless somebody's selling something, right? So from our standpoint, we're looking for that consistency and seeing, do we even like her? Would we sizing you up? So a lot of times you will have people watching and not saying anything, but there are ways that you can construct those lives as well to kind of evoke some more, if you will, some more engagement, if you will, and those are some of the things that we talk about as well, in our training, because, when we have our weekly sessions outside of our training that we already have, when we have our weekly sessions, those are things you bring up and we can give you some exact tips right then, so that way you can, kind of make some tweaks. But even down to the accountability partner, right? You're always going to have people who have already gone through what you've gone through. So just that right there, I know there's people on my team like, oh, well, yeah, just do this. And you're like, oh man, I didn't think about that. But this is why it's so important to have an accountability partner, because they're going to already have been experienced to something that you haven't been experienced to. So not only are you getting, the coaching, right? But you're being able to leverage, when you have an accountability partner or accountability partners, right? Because on our team, they have more than one, right? You're being able to leverage the fact that other people already know what you don't know. And vice versa, there's going to be something that you came across that you did learn that maybe the people that one of your accountability partners didn't, and they're going to be able to ping off of you, right? But what's going to bring that camaraderie is the fact that they know you're not there to try and, as an accountability partner, you're not there trying to pitch them on something. They're not there trying to pitch you on something. So now the guard is let down. Now it's an easier conversation. But when you're just asking, like, let's say if it's somebody on your Facebook timeline, right? And you're like, hey, I know we haven't talked that much, but I just wanted to know, could you give me some feedback on my Facebook Live? The guard is up. They're like, she just want me to look at this because she want to see if I'm interested in this thing. I ain't got time to look at this, right? So it's a different situation. So you would definitely use your accountability partner for that as well as the ongoing coaching as well. Does that make sense of what I'm saying, Tracy?
Trying to unmute myself. Yes and no, because
I mean to know.
I'm agreeing yes, because they don't know me yet necessarily, because they haven't seen my face. I've never posted anything live on those 4 Facebook groups, but I've done no, not in the Facebook groups. No, I mean in the MS groups. But I've done 5 or 6 lives on my own personal Facebook group. So it's not a first time thing for me, and never at any time,
6, right?
Yeah, but never at any time have I ever said the name of a product.
But you said 5 or 6 lives you did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask someone something. Tina.
Yes.
She said she did 5 or 6 lives, and she's concerned that she, sees the views on Facebook, but she's not getting the comments. She did 5 or 6. What would you think about that?
I'm supposed to do through a week, yeah.
I didn't hear somebody. Hold on.
Tracy said she's supposed to be doing 3 a week. Yes, I just read that on the Ray Hagman thing.
Okay. So then you understand what I was about to ask Tina. Like real talk, like 100%, 5 or 6 is nothing. This is a business. You continue to show up. Like I tell my people to do 2, at least 2 a week. So you did 5 or 6. Come on, sis. Come on. Let's be 100% with each other. 5 or 6. People need, this is us humans. Even we do this, whether it's online or not. We need to see stuff at least 7 times. This is what studies show. I'm not making this up, right? We need to see stuff at least 7 times. First off, Facebook is not even showing your stuff to all of your friends. So let's say you got 100 friends, which you probably got more, but let's say you got 100 friends, right? Facebook is only going to show it to like 10% anyway, because Facebook, that's just their algorithm, right? So 10 people, right? 10 people saw it. Check it out. Out of them 10 that they showed it to, probably like 1 actually saw it and was paying attention, not because it wasn't interesting, because everybody's doing so many other things. So now when you do your live again, right? Now it's like, okay, another person see it, or another 3 people see it, right? But that doesn't mean they got time to actually tune in. You know how many times I'll scroll through Facebook and I'll see a live, right? And if something doesn't catch me right away, it'll show that I saw it, but then I'm out because it didn't catch my attention right away, right? So 5 or 6, that's not nothing. On top of, I could be doing 5 or 6 lives, right? I did 5 or 6 lives, and I could be doing lives in front of the wrong people. On our training, you find out how to get the right people looking at your stuff, right? Because that's a big problem. People think they go out there on Facebook, and because they're doing some lives, all of a sudden people are going to want to buy. But who are we talking to? Example, right? Let's say, and I'm not saying this is your case, but let's say we out there, let's say we're selling weight loss, okay? And we're showing people some tips on how to lose weight, for example. But let's say a lot of the people on our profile are not people who are interested in weight loss. Now, we may say, well, everybody needs to be interested in weight loss. Ain't about what they need. It's about what do they want to pay attention to. Everybody's not interested in weight loss. But you could have, out of your 100 friends, let's just say, you could have like 75 people who don't care about weight loss. Is it their fault that they don't care about weight loss? No. It's your fault that you got the wrong people on your profile. This happens because people don't know what they don't know, right? So that's another potential problem, but we fix that problem in our training because we show you how to get the right people on your profile. But I'm just saying things that can cause your numbers, right, to be kind of, disappointing to you. First of all, 5 or 6 isn't anything, but then the algorithm, and that is what it is. We don't even try and play, we don't even try and fight the algorithm. We fight it a different way. We don't worry about them tricks and all that. But the other thing is, like, who are we talking to over here? So those are some things that, you would need to work on. Those are the things that we address in our training, but those are the things that you would need to work on to make sure that as you're doing your I didn't know if you do 5 or 6 in a week, right? I only teach that need to do at least 2. But anyway, as you're doing your lives, you start talking to the right people, the people who actually care about what you got. Because if don't nobody care about what you're talking about, they're gonna scroll by. And Facebook, and those views on Facebook, they're not the same as like on YouTube views. YouTube views, a view is a view, meaning someone actually watched the video, even if they didn't watch all of it, actually watch the video, it's a view. Facebook is not that way. I actually read that, this is about maybe 2 months ago. I read that because I thought a view was a view, but it's not. On Facebook, it's something else. It has to do with like if a person rode by, they could like roll by, and that's like, yeah, that's a view. But they didn't actually stop and click. Facebook is a little weird like that. That's a Facebook thing. But the point of the matter is, I don't care if I got 2,000 views on something. If I'm being consistent with the way we teach, if I'm being consistent, right, I'm going to get results. Now, I don't think there's a person on here, that is already seen. I don't think there's a person on here that I've ever seen them do a video. They got like 2,000 views, but people already get sales. Like Alexis, like how many people actually commented on that on the post? What was that post that you had? As a matter of fact, it was a post you put up in that last sale you made. Like how many people actually commented? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but
She's breaking up a little bit. You went out. What'd you say, Alexis?
I don't remember how many it was.
I remember it was a little bit. I remember that. I don't remember how many it was, but it was a little bit. My point is, when you're doing stuff that we teach in the training, you're looking for quality over quantity, right? So you could have, 2,000 views. Like my stuff might have like 240 views, right? But how am I approaching 6 figures? Because it's quality. We're not worried about what the other people are worried about. They're worried about how many views they get. They're worried about these vanity metrics, right? But that vanity is not paying you. When you understand how to get the right people in your profile and talk about the right things, and like you said, without naming the company and stuff like that. So that's good you're not doing that, right? Then you have better results. And then it's about being consistent. 5 or 6 lives is nothing. Like, that's nothing. That's nothing else. So we definitely need to be, moving forward, being consistent on that. All right. So that was the first thing that we needed, ongoing support right here that we need as far as the components. Tell me, what's another component that we need? Tasha, what's another component that we need? Can you unmute yourself, Tasha?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right. So we got ongoing support. What's another component that we need?
You already have accountability partner?
We got that as part of support. Karanda, what's another one that we need? This is important, y'all. This is important.
Blueprint.
Blueprint. This is important.
Could you hear me?
I heard Karanda. I didn't hear you, Tasha. What'd you say, Tasha? I heard Karanda. Did you say something?
I said that you already have. I said that you already say the accountability partner.
Yeah, we did. Up here with ongoing support. We said accountability partner. Up here with ongoing support. One of the next ones is blueprint. When we're talking about a blueprint, right? I didn't get a blueprint until I didn't get the beginning of a blueprint until 8 months ago. So you say, well, D, how in the world did you make money and you didn't even have like the beginning of a blueprint? Because I did a whole bunch of hard work. It doesn't take hard work to make money. That's like the biggest lie ever. It takes smart work, being consistently doing it. I was up there before I had even the beginning of a blueprint. I was up there putting in like 8 hours a day, because I can't fail. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, this is like literally what I do full time. I've been a self-employed entrepreneur for over a decade. So the failure is not an option, right? So it's like, oh my gosh, but you don't know what to do. You're just gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, boom, 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 right? My point is that, when I started in 2018, right, up until about 8 months ago, I didn't even have the start of a blueprint. It's a lot of work when you have no clue the things you should be doing, and you're going to second guess yourself every day, and you're going to be tired and all this. So imagine if you also have a job too, right? Imagine that. That's crazy. Blueprint, what that is a roadmap. It's a roadmap. And what I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to prove to you that all 4 of these things that we list here are things that major companies already use, but until somebody breaks it down like this and tells you about these 4 things, you ain't going to pay attention to it. So you're going to be out there thinking that you got it all together. You're like, oh, I got it all together, but I must just, need to be doing it another year, yet again with no money. Nah, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have a year to go without making money, because I literally told you this is like full time, and after that 90 days, when I decided to go in, that's what that was. Lights got cut off and everything. Like, I don't have a year to not make any money. That's not happening, right? If I would have had a blueprint back then, right, it would have been a much easier road, but it's okay. But a blueprint is a roadmap, because you need to know what is it, right? What is it that you need to do each day in your business, right, to start getting results. And then once you have that blueprint, then you follow it and you be faithful to it and you be consistent. You trust that process. But most of us, right, don't even have the blueprint to begin with.
So is the blueprint and your roadmap like an instruction guide?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, we can call it an instruction guide. I would say it's more like to make it an easier to understand term or whatever, or to relate, not understand, relate. I would say, think of it like this. Think of it like a checklist. Think of it like that. Think of it like a checklist. How about that? Like when you go shopping, your grocery shopping, you make your grocery list. So let's say you got 10 things or however many, you get when you go grocery shopping, right? Now our blueprint is a 5-step blueprint, right? But let's say you go into the grocery store, you got 5 things you need to get, right? You want to make sure you check them all off. Got the eggs, check. Got the milk, check. Got the grits. If you eat grits, I eat grits, check, right? Whatever it is, you want to check it, right? And let's say these are the things, these are the core things you get every time you go grocery shopping. You know that your family is going to eat up eggs, let's say they eat them up every week, let's just say. Your family's going to eat up eggs every week. They're going to eat up the bread every week. They're going to eat up the milk every week. They're going to eat up the grits every week. Check, 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 check. Good. So that way, when you go to the grocery store, you're not picking up all this other stuff. You're like, man, I went in the store for 5 things and I came out with 20, right? Check, 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 check. You can take your butt on to the cashier and check out and not, have to worry about picking up stuff that you like, oh my gosh, what else was on my list? I don't know, but those Twinkies look good. Nah, just get this. So a blueprint, when we say a roadmap, is more like a checklist of saying, hey, these are the 5 things that you need to do each day in your business. Do these 5 things. Do these 5 things. Not those 20 that you thought you needed to worry about to start getting results. Do these 5 things and do them consistently. That's what the blueprint is about. So you can stop guessing on what you should be doing, right? So you can stop trying to move to, because there's phases to this, okay? So you can stop trying to think that you need to worry about being a copywriter, for example. Oh, I need to write emails, so I need to be the best copywriter. This is the type of crap that we thought, right? Or I need a chat bot that's going to solve all my problems. I need a chat bot that can sell for me. You ain't there yet. Nope. All this other stuff, right? Because they're not following a blueprint. So they wind up getting taken off course by all these other things that sound real sexy to us and real sparkly. And we wind up just putting some more money and effort into them things. And we didn't take the phases, meaning we didn't start with the basics and follow this blueprint. Each person in this on our team that has started getting results is doing phase 1 activities, right? Is doing phase 1 activities. Not phase, and everybody starts on phase 1. Not phase 2, not phase 3. They're doing phase 1 activities. That's how powerful they are. They just flat out work, and there's that. They just work. So that's what we mean by a blueprint. All right. Now we got 2 other things. All right. Another thing that you need. This is one that everybody has access to. This one here. Everybody has access to a proper vessel, but most of us, when we first start, we don't have a proper vessel because we didn't know how important it was. Okay. And when you guys see me coming over this way, I'm just letting someone in. Okay. Now we're talking about a vessel. All right. All we're talking about is something that you didn't have to create. Okay. Something that allows you to be able to exchange this for some money. Right. That's all we mean by a vessel. So when people are out there in your inbox, like, I'm a part of this $1 million company and it's so great and blah, blah, blah. It's just a vessel. There are plenty of vessels. But what makes it a good vessel is one that allows you to be able to get to your financial goals faster. Let me explain. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Because we have people on our team who are also in health and wellness. For example, like weight loss stuff, right? And they're doing weight loss stuff. Okay, cool. We'll say health and wellness, right? Now, I only know the comp plan, basic comp plan of 2 health and wellness companies, right? So I don't know about the rest of them. I only know the basic comp plan of 2 of them. And what I know about those is the payout is really low at the beginning, right? Because you got to get like a whole bunch of people to get like bonuses for it to be something, right? So the payout is really low. When I say really low, I'm talking about if you're saying that, well, I'm gonna ask you guys, somebody tell me what amount do they would like to, at least for their first goal, hit monthly, you know, to be able to bring in from their online business. Ronald, can you unmute yourself, Ronald? Or type it in the chat if you can't unmute yourself. Let me know, Ronald. And I don't know if Ronald can hear me because he's not unmuted.
How about $1,000 a month?
How much, Brad?
$1,000 a month.
All right, cool. Brad said $1,000, right? $1,000 as his first goal, because we know we got ultimate goals, but we're gonna have goals in between. We got that. All right, so Brad said $1,000. All right, cool. All right, so Brad said I would like to get $1,000 in a month. All right, cool. Now, let's say our vessel, right? Let's say this is the only vessel we have, a health and wellness thing, right? Okay. And let's say, like, I give a real life example of someone that I talked to that is in health and wellness, or at least they were. But I asked them, I said, how many people, you know, and she wasn't pitching me or anything, we were just talking, right? I said, how many people did you have to get to make that 1,000? Because she told me she made $1,000, right? Cool. I said, how many people did you need to get the $1,000? Because she was talking about she put in a lot of hustle for it, and that's fine. It is what it is. But she said she needed 13 people. Now I don't remember what company she said she was with, but I know the payouts are low for health and wellness, because the two that I do know, it was like 10% or something. It was crazy. Like that's 10% of the product amount or something, like activity points or something. But anyway, she said 13 people and she was able to make $1,000. Now it wasn't $1,000 residually, but you know, because a lot of it is bonuses. Like if you get a certain amount of people, they'll give you a rank up bonus. I know if y'all in health and wellness, y'all know about the rank up stuff. So she was like, she needed 13 people. And that's what it took for her to make her first $1,000. All right, cool. Right? Now let's do some math. How much is that per person? I'm bringing out my calculator. So if y'all got yours, that's cool too. So 1,000 people divided by, $1,000 divided by 13. All right, so hopefully I did the division accurately. $77. I rounded it up to $77. So that's about $77 per person. You know, now I don't know how much of that 1,000 was bonus money, but I know health and wellness give you bonus when you rank up. So you like a 200 bonus, 300 bonus, something like that. But let's say $77 per person. You're like, oh, cool. That's a lot of people. What if your average per person, right? Because not everybody's gonna have, you know, in her case, she had bonuses, but not everybody's gonna, you know, have a person that is that one who gives you a $400, you know, bonus or whatever bonus she got, right? What if your average per person was 250 times 77? I mean, not 77, excuse me, times 13. 250 times 13. That's 3,250. Basically, that's like a little over 3 times as much. Oh, a little over 3 times as much. I don't know about you, but I'd rather, if I'm going to do that work, I would rather get 3,250 versus 1,000. This is what I call hustling backwards. Now, people who have certain products are like, oh, but I love the health and wellness. Great. But you also need something to help you get to your financial goals without it burning you out. Because one of the things that this particular young lady, like I said, she wasn't pitching me. She wasn't trying to sell me on the thing. We were talking, right, in Messenger. And one of the things that she said that, you know, was on the disadvantage side of it is that she felt like she was hustling, you know, that she was doing a lot of work, right? You know, now she was still in it, but obviously she was talking to me because she was thinking about switching over or whatever, which is what it is. But the point of the matter is, right, she loves her health as well. She loves health, right? But look at how hard she had to work to just get to 1,000, to just get to 1,000. It's a lot of work that you're doing, because you best believe she's talking to more than 13 people. You ain't talking to 13 people and 13 are signing up. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care if you're Ray Higdon. That's a lie. Everybody he talks to doesn't sign up. So imagine as you're getting going, you sure enough aren't closing 100%. So she might have been talking to 100 people. I don't really know how many people she was talking to. I didn't ask her that, right? But I did ask her this number, right? So you're doing a lot of talking to a lot of people to get that same money because it's a low payout. So when we're talking about a vessel, we're talking about you need to have something as what we call in your toolbox, meaning, you know, the vessel is just your tool. It's something that you have that can help someone. Your health and wellness is a tool that you have that can help someone because if they want to lose weight, right? It's something that you have that can help someone. It's a tool, right? You need to have something in your toolbox that allows you to get here faster, right? While you're still selling your health and wellness because you're like, oh man, I love health and wellness. You know, awesome. How about this? I got a health and wellness product too. I just don't be out there hustling backwards with it. Like, And I don't think I've ever posted anything on my timeline for it either. You know, I use the product, so I'm good with that, right? But also, I'm not going to be this person hustling backwards, doing a whole bunch of work, right, to get $1,000 because at the end of the day, if that's what I wanted to do, we all can, right? If I wanted to do a whole bunch of work for $1,000, I could be like, you know what? Let me create me a resume and let me just go ahead and find me a job doing something. We all got skills. Let me find me a job doing something. But that's not what I started online to do, to only make the amount of doing a whole bunch of work for $1,000 when I could have did that at a job. Could have made more at a job than $1,000 too. So when we're talking about a vessel, it's one that allows you to get paid to allow you to be able to reach your financial goals faster. So that's why I say everyone has access to a proper vessel, but because a lot of us don't do the math, we don't actually have a proper vessel.
Can I interrupt for 1 second, Dee?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tracy again. I talk a lot, so
you go.
I'm the first time in this group, and you guys will probably never invite me back. So
it's free, Tracy. Go ahead.
Well, I didn't know what I was coming into. I had no idea what I was coming into, but I came in, and I like seeing smiling faces, and I am quarantined, so you know, pretty much it. Anyway, so the vessel you're saying is everybody in this group. I'm assuming we have a vessel, we have a tool of some kind. Correct. Some kind of multi-level marketing product, right?
Correct. And we'll show you about that later.
Yeah, yeah. But what you're saying is, other than the product / vessel we have over on the right side, you're saying there's another vessel on the left side that would pay higher. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Well, now keep in mind, I don't know what product you have on the right. If you do have health and wellness, then yeah, for sure. Well, health and wellness just doesn't pay a lot. But yes, that's what I'm saying. And we're going to tell you about this later. But the point of what we go through here is because what if you came and you say, hey, I do have a proper vessel. A lot of times people don't even know if they have a proper vessel because they don't know what it means. They don't know. Forget the terminology. They have not taken the time to do the math. Like, take out a calculator and see. I want to make $1,000 a month. You know, that's what I want to make. Okay, cool. Well, what is the average amount I've made so far? Or let's say you haven't made anything with your MLM. And that's fine. I mean, you know, everybody starts somewhere, right? But when I do sign someone up, you know, how much, you know, do I get when I sign someone up? You know, if it's like 10%, whatever it is, 10%, 20%, right? Then it's like, okay, let's say it's 20% of whatever the person is buying. Let's say they buy $100, right?
40 on the first buy.
Okay, $40. Then you say, okay, well, how many?
40% on their first buy.
All right, 40% on their first buy. Then you say, well, how many do I need to get to whatever my goal is, right? This is just the vessel part. This doesn't have anything to do with the blueprint and the ongoing training and the last thing. This is just how you see if you do have a proper vessel. Because here's one thing I do know. Check me out. If anyone on here, other than the people on my team, right? If anyone on here already had, and this is just some real talk, if they already had this going on and it was great, if they already had this going on and knew exactly what to do, right? And this was going on great. And let's say they had, you know, a proper vessel, Okay, and that's great. Like I said, everybody has access to this, right? And, you know, once we get down here and let you know, if a person already had this going on, it's great, this going on is great, this going on is great, this one is great, they wouldn't even be here. Because I'm going to tell you right now, people hit me up, they're like, hey, D, check out this, right? And I'm not saying they're not spamming me. It could be people, you know, that I already know, right? And they're like, hey, D, check out this thingamabob. I'm like, oh, I'm good. Why? I have this. I have this. I have this. And when I say about this, I have this. So my point is, I'm not jumping on to every free thingamabob looking for something, because what I have, I'm focused on it and it's working. So everybody on here, other than the people who already have this, right? They're here for a reason. Nobody just gets on a call just to waste their time if they already have what they need and it's working for them. So a person may have this and they're like, man, I got this. I can make the money, but I don't have this, and I don't have this, and I don't have this. Or they may say, I have the vessel, but I don't got the blueprint, but I do kind of got this. Maybe in the group they do something for y'all, you know, every week to teach y'all, or even once a month. As long as it's ongoing, it's fine. It could be once a month, and that's totally fine too, right? They say, okay, I do kind of have that. I do have that, but man, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do each day. But then, I ain't gonna lie, then I would ask myself, if I didn't know what I was supposed to do every day, but I'm up here claiming that I got proper ongoing support, it's one of two things that's wrong. Either I ain't open my mouth and ask, hey guys, what should I be doing each day? Then that would be my fault, because closed mouths don't get fed. Or number two, they don't have it for me. So I'm gonna go get it. I'm literally gonna go get it. Like, okay, what do I have to do to get this? Because if I'm out there spinning my wheels, right? Meaning I'm out there doing things that I think are good, but I'm just not sure if they are good, and I ain't got nobody to ask, then I'm missing some parts of this, because we talked about the accountability. If I don't have anybody to ask, man, I got 600 views, but why nobody saying that? Then I'm missing something. Whether I want to admit it or not, I'm missing something. So every part of this is valuable. Having one, whatever it is, having one without the others is why a lot of people out there spinning their wheels thinking, oh, it just takes time, it's going to get better, but they don't know what they're supposed to do each day. Oh, it's going to take time, it's going to get better, but they got a vessel that doesn't pay them well. Oh, it's going to take time, it's going to get better. We have coaching every day, for example, right? Let's say they have coaching every day. There are some programs that do it every day, 5 days a week anyway that I know of, right? Has them every day. But yet it pays them like $15 a month. They hustling backwards. Or they have something they do every day, but they don't know what they're supposed to do every day. So this right here is just one piece of it. To make sure that you have, you know, everyone has looked at their situation and see, do you have these 4 things in your situation? And like I said, if a person already had these 4 things in their situation, other than the people who are already on my team here, right? If they already had this elsewhere, then why in the world would they be wasting their time here? Because they will already be making money. They will already be making money. And that's the truth. Because as soon as I got these things, it didn't take me long at all to amplify my growth. Okay? Because yeah, I was making money before, but I was doing a whole bunch of work. But it don't take long. People here have been, this particular training group here, it's been, I think this is like the 5th or the 6th week, right? If people are already making money. How's that? They didn't just start online. Some of them been doing online longer than me. It was things that was missing. So while they had their other thing, they needed some other parts, whether it was 1 part, 2 parts, you know, or 4 parts, they needed some other parts. Now you fill in the other parts, they're like, oh, now I can do my own thing. I've turned, excuse me, let me take that back. I didn't turn anyone. I gave them the assistance for themselves to turn into 2 people. Yeah. The 3rd one, she ain't calling herself a coach yet, but 2 people, right, have started their coaching business, right, from this group. And I'm not saying I turned them into that, right, because I'm sure they're getting training elsewhere as well, but there was something that I taught them. I know this because they told me. They tell everybody. They say it in the group. This is what they say. So we can think we're going to get everything from one spot and like, oh, well, my health was they have this and that and the third or whatever it is, right? But I tell everybody all the time, I pay for coaches. I'm not waiting if I'm missing something. I'm not waiting. Like part that's not here is automation, but people can't get to the automation until they get this. So I got this, but I paid 2 automation coaches this month. One was $3,000 and the other one is $1,200 because that's next. But I got this. So somebody send me a something talking about, yeah, they're gonna show you how to get leads on Facebook. I'm good. I'm good. So I would not be showing up to something that's telling me how to get leads on Facebook. I'm good. I know how, and I'm teaching other people to do it, and they're getting results. So you got the vessel. Let's pay attention to the other things that maybe you don't have. Well, I already know you don't have this proper right here, right? Because you would have an accountability partner already to be able to ping off of, so that you could ask them, say, hey, what's up? I got 600 views. What y'all think? And somebody would have responded if you actually had an accountability partner. Somebody would have responded because they're nice people, you know? People aren't really, you know, mean or anything. So hopefully that makes sense on why we're going through this. It's first to inform you and then let you know how you can get these things, all of them, or even part of them, if you feel that you don't have them, right? And once again, it's all up to you of what you feel, but the truth ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change the fact, all right? So now, the last thing is leverage. I didn't have this one. I got this one about 8 months ago too. I got this one about 8 months ago, leverage. What do I mean by leverage? When I say leverage, what do you think of, Michelle, when I say leverage? What do you think of?
Like if I have a product, I would want, it's like you're offering something for something to make it have more value. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Leverage is residual income to me.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying as far as like the comp plan, the compensation plan.
But Michelle can be right too.
There's somebody. Oh, wait.
But Michelle could be right
Michelle
too.
Oh, I thought that was Michelle. I'm sorry, because I looked away. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, Michelle said that, and then I said leverage to me is residual income. But then when you said what you said, I said, but it could be both.
Like you use something of value to offset. I've always had trouble understanding it, so probably I shouldn't try to answer.
No.
You use something in value to exchange for money?
No, you should mention it, because I'm going to explain to you the way that I mean it, so that way you guys will know how this fits in with the grand scheme of things here. But that does not mean that what you're thinking is incorrect, because you're using it different ways. So even when we say residual income, yes, that is leverage as it relates to the comp plan. Now, when I think of leverage as far as like something about the amount of money, you know, as far as like the product, the vessel, then I'm talking about the vessel there. It's like some vessels have leverage built in, some don't. Residual income is one that is built in, right? Or like if they have a pass-up system, is built in, right, for the comp plan. But so neither one of you are wrong. No, you're not wrong. The way that I mean leverage here, I want to explain the way that I mean it here. So, and once again, this first part is to inform you so you can see if you have that, okay, and whatever you have going on. Now, this is what I mean by leverage here. Means that you, right, are able to leverage these things. Let me explain. If you don't have leverage, you're not able to leverage ongoing support. That means when someone does decide to join you in whatever you're doing, I don't care if you're selling bananas, right? If that's your network marketing company, you're selling bananas. That's cool, right? If you don't have the leverage where you can leverage the ongoing support that's already in place, then guess who has to be the ongoing support? And I want to put it to you in terms that you might have already experienced. I know I experienced it. Oh my gosh. I would when I first started taking off, like, you know, it was like July of 2018. when I started taking off and it was happening fast. People were joining. And it was like, okay, they're joining. I'm happy, I'm getting paid, right? Then this is what happens. D, how do I do this? You're like, okay, all right. And then you're like, you're all excited. So you're like, okay, yeah, you do this. All right, cool. Put your phone down, right? Then the other person that you signed up, right? You're like, D, how do I do this? Now, this time, it might be like 9 o'clock at night. You're like, okay. This is how you do this, right? Then the next person might be in a different time zone. How do you do this? You're like, dang, wait a minute. I just answered that question over there, but it's different, different chat. They ain't over here. And oh my goodness, it didn't take me long to see what was about to happen. Because I was signing up people rather quickly. And it's like, wait a minute. Now, I got to be the one training them. And I'm going to tell you what that did to my business. Because I didn't have anything to leverage from the people that I joined or the company that I joined at that time. I didn't have any support to leverage. So while I was growing this way, then I plateaued.
You became a manager.
Yes. I became a manager, right? Even though everybody has their own business, but people didn't know the stuff, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know the stuff when I first started. Remember I told you I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. Now, mind you, when I tell you I was working like 8 to 10 hours online, right? But I also told you that I've been self-employed for over a decade, right? Which means I did not have an 8-hour job to continue with, but most people do, right? So what does that mean? While I was putting in 8 to 10 hours, right? Because I didn't have a blueprint, I didn't have these things, right? Okay, cool. Well, I had a vessel, but okay, I'm putting in these hours. So I'm gonna. So you think it's realistic for me to say, Sally, I put in 8 to 10 hours trying to figure stuff out. I'm gonna need you to go to put in 8 to 10 hours a day, figure stuff out, and you got your 8-hour job. So I'm gonna need you to do 8 hours plus another 8 hours, 16 hours a day, trying to figure this stuff out. Get out my inbox, just go figure it out. You know what would have happened to my brand at that point, which I was still in the process of building, right? You know what would have happened? Go up here, right? People like, man, you joined this, she gonna straight block you in the inbox, man, and she don't got no Facebook group or nothing to put you in. So you pretty much, she's just crappy. Yeah, people talk. I see them downing other sponsors all the time, right? Which I don't condone, but it happens. So then, while I'm up there thinking I'm making money, trying to build, right? Then I'm gonna be back down here because I didn't have anything in place to help people. So what did I have to do? I had to be the manager because the person that I joined didn't have these things set up. It is what it is. I don't blame, I'm just saying it is. So now, instead of you being able to build at a reasonable rate as far as the amount of time you spend, right, and being able to still learn, now you glued to your phone or your computer. But you said that you wanted financial freedom, right? And everybody knows, yeah, it'll take time to get there, right? But you didn't sign up for it to be 8 hours a day that you glued to your phone or your computer. I promise you didn't sign up for that. I didn't. So this is what happens when you don't have leverage. Even on this component right here, the support, you become the manager because people don't know the stuff. And a lot of times, I'll definitely tell you on the company that I had joined at that time, right? That company didn't even have setup videos, but most companies do at least have setup videos. That company didn't even have setup videos. So a lot of the videos that you guys have seen on YouTube, I made out of necessity. It was like, oh my gosh, they don't know how to set up their back office. The back office doesn't tell you how to set up your back office. I figured it out, but it's like, okay, boom, make a video for that. Oh my gosh, they don't know how to get leads. Make a video for that. Oh my gosh, they don't know how to do this. Video for that. Video. And then I was not a videographer. Like, that's not even a word probably, but I was not a technically inclined person. So it was not no little 5 minutes, make a video and I'm out. It took me a lot of time to make those videos. So you don't have the leverage, and you're gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff yourself, right? And then you're gonna be looking at the money you make, and you're like, man, should I have stayed an employee or something? Now, leveraging a blueprint if you don't know what you're supposed to do each day, and you just happen to, you know, get some sales, the same way it happened to me. I didn't know what I was supposed to do each day. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? So you don't know, tell a person, okay, do these 5 things. Or even if you have 7 things, however many you have at your company, right? Do these 7 things. If you don't know, then tell them, do these 7 things, right? And do them consistently, right? And these will yield results, right? I can say that because now I have it and I've done it and other people who have joined me have done it. So, and the person I got it from, I didn't make it up either. I actually had to buy this. Okay, I had to pay a coach for this. So I didn't recreate the wheel. No, I had to buy it, right? But the point is that when you don't have this, you can't leverage something you don't have. So you can't say, Sally, you just joined me. Awesome. Plug into the blueprint and get going, Sally. Oh, you like, Sally like, so what should I do? Well, you know, this is what they tell you. Well, just go out there, you know, and just give value. Okay, cool. How do I give value? Well, you know, just go and talk to people and be authentic. Okay, cool, I can be authentic. But what do I say? Well, you know, just go out there and just talk and you know, and just be yourself. This is the type of random circular stuff that I was given. Crazy, right? Because I didn't have this. You can't leverage something you don't have. So now you got to come up with something that you don't got for yourself. And like I said, everybody has access to a proper vessel. Everybody has access to it. They just didn't know. Sometimes people didn't know they didn't have a proper vessel. Their only thing that they have in their toolbox is something like $15 or $25 or something like that, right? They don't have anything else, right? But they can have that. You can leverage that because everybody can get it, right? And then, like I said, the leverage, it's like this. Think about it. Let's say I have bonuses, right? Which I do. But let's say I have bonuses for people who join me in a business opportunity, right? I got bonuses. Now, what if I say, okay, I got these bonuses over here for when people join me. So if Sally joins me, Sally gets the benefit of my bonuses, means she could use them. This is where leverage comes in. Now, what bonuses does Sally have? Because I didn't say Sally could give my bonuses away. I said Sally uses the training and everything. But what's going to happen when people join Sally? Sally is back to square one. Sally ain't got no support to show people how to market, right? Sally don't have no blueprint she give away because it ain't hers. All she just use it, right? She can tell them to get the vessel. But now, Sally's happy because she can use these, meaning, you know, she gets to use this and show up to the ongoing support. Like I said, whether your company has it weekly or monthly, as long as it's at least monthly, you're good, right? But now, when people join Sally, she's going to be back in that same rock and a hard place that you was before you had something. Leverage means that Sally can plug her people right into it as well. So what does that mean? Sally doesn't have to support the people when it comes to marketing. She doesn't have to support them, you know, like I said, whether it's weekly or monthly, it doesn't matter, right? She doesn't have to support them. She doesn't have to come up with her own blueprint. They can plug right into it. That's another part of leverage. I had that part partially once. And I say partially because I did have a bonus package that I could give away, but it wasn't one that gave people this and this. So it was a partial leverage situation I had. So I was stuck still doing this and still trying to figure this out. Because I told y'all it took me a while to figure this out. Well, I had to buy it, but it took me a while before I even had the beginning part of it here, right? So that's why leverage is important as well. Now you got like give me some feedback from you guys, because you're in different things and that's cool. Give me some feedback. You know, anybody, give me some feedback. Do you guys have, you know, like whatever bonuses y'all have, right? Do y'all have it where you got it when you joined whoever you joined, and that person says that you can give it to whoever too, because that's a plus. That's a plus. Anybody?
Okay, in my company, when somebody signs up, they have to pick a package. And when they pick a package, whoever signs them up, be it me or be it Sally, who's under me, let's say Sally signs up under me, depending on the package the person buys, Sally gets X amount of bonus dollars. But the person, but the person under Sally gets product based on the package they bought, but they get a virtual back office that has videos, that has a library, that has all sorts of stuff. I mean, I'm in, and everybody's in a really great company. I'm in a really great company, but a really, really great company doesn't teach social media.
There are some, I will tell you, there are, well, I know of, no, I know of one, excuse me, the other one doesn't. I know of one health and wellness company that does teach social media, but I only know of one, but I don't know all the health and wellness companies either. And I only know that one because I bought the product, right? And it was like, oh, well, if you get X amount of package, right? You know, they was like, oh, you could also promote it if you got X amount of package. And I wanted to try the package anyway, you know, but there is another one that I know they don't teach it like this. They want you guys to like instant message people, but I don't know about the other ones as far as social media. So my experience with the health and wellness ones, from what I'm hearing, other than the two that I know of specifically, was that it's more like they weren't doing social media, so they're kind of strict on you guys. Not saying your company, I don't know what company you're in, but they're kind of strict on the members doing social media. I think they think that it'll make their brand look bad or something. It's they have some reasons.
We're encouraged not to say the name of our company or the name of our product on social media.
Yeah, those, let me see, did those two do it too? I know one of them said that. And the one that I didn't join, they were really strict. And like I said, because I am a network marketer, I'm like, okay, cool. I wanted to try the product, but it was like, what if I do want to market it? I know the way I market. I know that I market with attraction marketing. And to attract people, you're going to be saying something on Facebook, right? You don't have to say company name, right? But I'm going to be saying something on Facebook and on YouTube. And one of the companies, they wouldn't even let you do a video over like a minute or something. It was like, yeah, that wasn't going to work.
Oh no, we're not limited to that.
Okay, cool. But yes, I understand what you're saying, that, you know, they're a great company and that's cool. So I never tell a person, you know, like, oh, your company sucks, so drop it. No, because I actually promote multiple streams of income, right? Okay, so no, right? But I do also tell people you need something in your toolbox that allows you, for one, to get whatever it is you don't have. So if marketing on social media is something that, you know, your company doesn't have right now, maybe they will in the future, I don't know, right? Maybe they'll come around and be like, hey man, can you just teach us this so we can, you know, do better or whatever, right? But if it doesn't have it, I know our team does. But that's another thing that makes us different, because it doesn't matter if a person has a great vessel, right? If they're missing any of these, they can get this from us, right? But if it doesn't matter if they have a great vessel, if they don't have the blueprint to help them market on social media, then they need one. Or they can just pretty much go without one, which, you know, it happens. And there's a high failure rate too of, you know, network marketers, especially when they don't want to get the help that they need. For whatever reason, they decide not to get the help. It took me 90 days to realize that I needed to get help. 90 days of failure before I started to get help. So it happens. But yeah, so when I'm saying bonuses, I'm coming from the standpoint of, like, these are product bonus dollars to buy product, right? Tracy, to buy some product, right?
No, when you come into my company, you choose a package. You choose a package, and in that package, it has product based on the price of the package. Or you can just spend $50 and you get absolutely no product. But
what's the, oh, well, it don't even matter what the 50.
I can say the name of my company. I don't care. It's LifeVantage.
No, I mean, no, I wasn't going to ask you that. I was
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of people don't even know what LifeVantage is. So
yeah, I don't. I mean,
okay.
But yeah, I don't want you to break any rules or anything. No,
I'm not breaking rules. I'm not breaking rules.
Oh, okay, all right.
We are the main not distributors. We're the Rio Salt Lake soccer team wears LifeVantage on their jersey. And if you ask anybody, 90% of the people in the United States of America, if they see a LifeVantage jersey, a Rio Salt Lake soccer jersey, and you ask them what LifeVantage means, they go, I don't know.
Right, I got it, because I didn't hear it, but then again, I'm not in that space. I definitely understand that. what I'm saying as far as bonuses, so that way we're on the same page of the part of bonuses I'm talking about. Because yes, you do have the product side, right? So they get some product bonuses. Sweet.
It's not a bonus.
Oh, I thought you said they get some bonus dollars.
No, when I sign somebody up,
Okay.
I get money.
dollars.
I get money based on the package they buy.
Oh, is
And
that
then-
what you meant by bonus dollars?
Yes, and then
Okay, I see.
and then the person that signs up under me, based on the package they buy, they get product that then they can either use, they can sell, they can do what they wish with. And they also get a back office, and they get a website, and they get blah, blah, blah.
Okay, got you. All right. So the people get some product. Okay. All right. So that's not the bonuses that we're talking about here, but I'm gonna explain that. But they get some product, they get a back office. I personally have never bought anything, whether it be a biz op or something product based, where I didn't get a back office. So, but that comes in a vessel. Like I said, now if somebody is buying a vessel that they don't even get a back office, I don't know what type of vessel that is. I don't know. I don't really know what type of vessel that is right here. I mean, unless they're selling their own product, and that's different. Meaning, like we have Alexis here, she does computer repair, right? Her target audience is network marketers to help them with their computer repair, but she's not a network marketer, right? So she doesn't have a back office. Her money comes straight to her because this is the services she wants to provide. But network marketers who are selling network marketing products, if I don't even know one that wouldn't have a back office. So me personally, I wouldn't call that a bonus, because it's like, if I'm in a network marketing company, how am I not going to get a back office? Like, I got to have something back here, whether it be for me to go buy some more products or for me to get a link to give to somebody else so they can buy some products. So I wouldn't call that a bonus, because like everybody gets that. When I'm saying a bonus, all right, and I'm not talking about bonus dollars, that's compensation plan. I misunderstood when you said bonus dollars. All right, that's part of the compensation plan. When you sell whatever it is, your product or service, right, you get that outside of your vessel. You know, you get that from your vessel. All right, that's part of the vessel. When I'm saying bonuses, it's like, okay, cool. You sell the product, right? Now let's say you might sell the product to like 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You might sell the product to 5 people, right? Not everybody, right, wants to also be a distributor. Whatever you guys title it, the name I've heard was distributor, right? But probably like 2 of these people are like, you know what? The product is pretty cool. I like it. I like to make some extra money too. Now, what do they need? Same thing that other distributors need. They need to know how to market it. They can follow what a company's saying. If it's not social media and the person's like, I want to know social media, then they're still back to, do they have it? It's either yes or no. They got it, right? You know, so they're like, no, I don't have it. So guess what they need? They need it. They need a blueprint to show them how to market on social media. If they say, well, yeah, I want to sell a product, but you know what? I don't want to do social media. I want to do, I don't know, I want to go to people's house and do house parties. Cool. Then they don't need this blueprint to go and do house parties. They might need a mask because of COVID, you know, but they don't need this blueprint to go and do house parties. This blueprint.
No, we supply, they are supplied in our company with a presentation.
Yeah, so if a person with a presentation with a mask.
Yeah, I'm not going in anybody's house.
Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, you know, so if a person wants to learn how to do social media marketing on Facebook, right, leveraging video, then they're gonna need to know how to do it. So if they don't have that training, right, in whatever company they're in, whether it's in your company or any other company, they're gonna need to get it from somewhere. That's what this blueprint is about, right? Because just a presentation video, let's see how well that works out. Let's ask all these people who fail, and I don't know, once again, I don't know any network marketing company that doesn't have a presentation video. They got something that tells you, hey, this product or service is awesome because whatever it is, whether it be because of comp plan, whether it be because people lost a whole bunch of weight or whatever. But if you don't actually have people watching a presentation who care about what you're talking about, then pretty much this is what you got. You got you a presentation and you got you a whole bunch of $0 because you're armed with your wonderful presentation. This is a nice presentation. Okay, well, go get some leads. You know, like I said, if a person wants to go to people's houses or whatever, cool. But if they don't, then they need to learn how to get the leads the way that they want to get the leads. And a lot of people are choosing social media. So once again, they back to they need something. If they want to be able to market it to get some leads, they need something. They decide, but they need something other than just that handy dandy video. Because if that handy dandy video, this is any company, not just yours, any company, any network marketing company, if just the handy dandy video worked, then why everybody not winning? Why is, from at least what the studies say, 90 to 97% failure rate in network marketing? Why is the failure rate so high if the handy dandy presentation does the work? It somehow gets the leads for you. Then why are we doing Facebook Lives to attract people? Why do we care that we have 600 views and nobody talking if the handy dandy presentation is going to make the sales for us? It's like having the best store in the world. Like, you can have the best store, best product. Let's say somebody's selling authentic Jordans. Authentic, like they're not, bootleg, right? Authentic, but for some reason, Jordan gave them the license to sell them for like $1, right? Which he wouldn't, but I'm just saying. But they open up a store. They open up a store, right? They open up a store. They get the best product. They have no social media presence. They don't have an email list. Pretty much nobody knows where they are, but they got the best product at the best price. And they got it on shoe display here. Like, they got a nice, pretty display. If they don't got no customers, how much money they made with their pretty product?
None, and they also might not have location. They might be in Tuktoyaktuk or something.
Right. And good thing with social media, we all can have the right location. So this is why they would still need a marketing if they also want to sell the thing. No matter what handy dandy presentation they get from their company, they need some people who care about what they're talking about, care about the topic, to be looking at it. Because even if this person had Jordans for $1, right? Let's say the town that they're in, I don't even know the name of the people, but let's say there's some people who don't wear shoes, right? And I'm sure that exists, okay? It might not be in the United States, but let's say there's some people who don't wear shoes. They work around barefoot, so they're cool with that, and that's how they've been doing it, and they're cool with that. Then guess what he or she still has? Whole bunch of people with no sales because nobody wears shoes. It's like, yeah, I understand it's only $1. And let's say they're also not entrepreneurs before you say, well, they can buy them and sell them, right? Let's say they're also not entrepreneurs, right? And they don't wear shoes. So it's like, yeah, he got the best deal going. But everybody around him don't wear shoes. And they're not entrepreneurs, so they pretty much don't want to buy his shoe for $1 and then ship it somewhere because nobody around there wears shoes. So he pretty much still got $0. So how this person could put themselves in a better position is position themselves in front of people who actually care about what they're talking about without even leaving their house. And that's what social media can do for you if they choose that route. So that handy dandy presentation doesn't do anything if nobody's watching it who actually cares about what the topic is. All right. So these are the 4 things that you guys, need to be looking at with what you have going on. You have ongoing support. Like I said, it doesn't have to be weekly, right? It literally monthly is enough. I'm not even gonna lie, because when a person is, you coming on, you talk to a person or you ask them questions or whatever, you actually need time to implement what they said to do. Honestly, you actually need time to implement it, right? And it don't be a whole bunch of time. Like, it seemed like a month is a long time, but it's not, right? Because we have lives. But anyway, at least if you have monthly support where somebody is training, answering questions or whatever, right? Boom. See if your company has that along with the accountability part, because we already talked about how important that is, right? Boom. Okay. Blueprint. If you don't know what you're supposed to do each day to focus on to get results so that you can focus on just doing those things right there and being consistent with that, then you need to get it, right? Because you're going to be out there chasing your tail. One, if you do have a vessel that will pay you the way you need to get paid based on your goals, right? If your goals is only make $200 a month, then make it $25 a month is cool for you, right? If you have a vessel, you need to get it. Leverage, you need to be able to leverage these things. So as you're building, you're not trying to do everything yourself and you don't have a life. You're trying to support everybody yourself, answer all the questions and all this stuff. You need to leverage it. Now I'm going to prove to you that companies do this. They literally have this type of stuff for their company. And then obviously we're talking about the company I'm going to tell you is one that you probably heard of. Most network marketers heard of them anyway. ClickFunnels. This as an example. All right, that's a big company, you know, bigger than us. Okay, that's bigger than us. All right, and they make money. Okay, they do because I spend money with them, so I know they make money. All right, but they make money. All right, ongoing support. They actually have where when you buy their thing, you know, their funnel or their product, but you know, their funnel is their main product, their funnel system, right? They actually have back there. They have I think it's called. It's not funnel hackathon. It's funnel something. But they have this training that you could. I jumped on it one time that you could jump on. And at the time it was every week. Okay, but I jumped on one time. At the time it was every week. So I don't know if they went to monthly or what. But they had this training you could jump on. And what they were doing was going through showing you how to make certain funnels, right? But that made sense. They're selling funnels, right? So they even had the ongoing support that they offer for their product, Blueprint. Now, if you've ever listened to Russell Brunson, he even tells you that don't try to recreate the wheel. What I mean by that is, you think when he decided to do ClickFunnels that he just created all of this stuff himself, like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything, and one day I know something. No, he already says he followed people who already were having success. He actually teaches people how to do that, teaches people how to quote unquote funnel hack, right? Meaning find funnels that are already working and just model that funnel. Find offers that are already working. He calls that offer hacking, right? And then just model that offer. So yes, he models a blueprint, right? He models a blueprint. He followed it, and that's how he got successful. And that's why he still is successful, the company, right? Vessel. He has a vessel so that he gives someone something and somebody gives him something in return, some money. His happens to be ClickFunnels. And then you can leverage this. If somebody decides to buy ClickFunnels from you, I have people who signed up for ClickFunnels, right? Somebody got kicked out. I have people who signed up for ClickFunnels, right? I didn't train them, right? I didn't train them. I didn't show them I didn't even show them the steps on, because I didn't even know at the time, right? I didn't show them any steps on how they can start, because a lot of people who use ClickFunnels are using PayTrack, a lot of them. And I showed them, didn't show them no steps on that. I didn't do this. I didn't do ongoing training. Of course, I don't own the vessel. It's his vessel. I just gave him the vessel as far as the link, right? So I leveraged this stuff that was already done. I leveraged stuff that was already done, and I continue to get paid, you know, every month. Well, they pay out twice a month, but every month, because you got to have $100 before you get paid out. Every month, I get paid out from ClickFunnels. I leverage what he already put in place. So I don't have to worry about people messaging me, oh, I don't know how to find my affiliate link for .com secrets, anything like that. But that's what you have when you have leverage. And like I said, you know, I'm just using this company as an example, but big companies already do this. You know, when I say big, it doesn't have to be like billions of dollars, but they're already successful. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We just need to plug into the system that's already there so that we can leverage it as we grow our business. As you go from whatever a person's making, let's say a person right now is making $200 a month, but they want to be at 1,000, right? Let's say they're making 1,000, but they want to be at 5,000. As you're going from wherever you are to the next stage on your journey, you don't want to have what happened to me. You're going and then you plateau because you got to be the manager and you got to try and now provide all these things other than the vessel, try and provide all of these things for people. Does that make sense?
I had a question.
Yeah.
So I'm very familiar with ClickFunnels, and I went to the 𝐬𝐞𝐫𝐞 Club, and I have one funnel. Nothing's happened with it. So my question would be, since I'm familiar with that, what am I missing in that whole scenario that this could provide? Like, where am I missing?
Well, it depends on what are you trying to do, because there's more than one way to make money with ClickFunnels, but like, what exactly are you trying to do? I mean, I'll tell you what I did. Okay, I'll tell you what I did. One, I took the OFA. I didn't go to 𝐬𝐞𝐫𝐞 Club, so I have no clue what they taught there. I can only imagine from the things that Russell teaches, and he's good.
Yeah.
Do good. I took the OFA challenge.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Now, I didn't finish. I took it twice, and I didn't finish all the days. But I'll tell you the parts that I took from that and how I use it in my business along with this, okay? I've never learned social media training from ClickFunnels. I don't even know if they teach that. I never seen it. I never saw them teach social media training, right? I saw them do paid ads, right? And talk about the funnels and the upsells, downsells. But, you know, so I definitely didn't get any of this from them. But I took this started to teach me how to create an offer. Then he had expert secrets.
Yes.
I got the download for expert secrets. And then there was a video, somebody must have went to the class, and because it wasn't on Russell Brunson's channel, it was on somebody else's channel, but it was on YouTube, right? It was a YouTube video doing the video part of expert secrets. And that reinforced how to create an offer, right? So what I took from Russell, right? And this is not the only thing, but this is the main thing that I took from him, all right? Because the dude's mad smart, right? One of the main things that I took from Russell is how to create an offer. I still needed a blueprint to know what in the heck I needed to do to get some leads to put in front of that offer. I now know how to get leads to put it in front of that offer. Okay. So I used what he taught me here and made my offer better. Once I got my blueprint of knowing how to get leads, I made my offer better. So that's how I used it. How do I sell ClickFunnels?
Because I made one funnel, and the whole thing is, I don't have it in front of the right people. I mean, it's just sitting, you know, I put the link and I try to do, you know, the posting things, stuff like that, but no one's clicked on it. And if they have, they haven't proceeded through it.
I'm gonna tell you how I sell ClickFunnels, how I sell tools, period. I use the marketing, right? Because I'm social media, so, you know, between Facebook and YouTube. Use the blueprint for the marketing to attract people, right? To attract my audience, right? They come, they need training, right? They need training. Okay, cool. So you want training, you're gonna need to rock with what I'm doing if you want to get training. How do I sell the funnel? I don't hit them up front like, hey, who wants this awesome funnel? Hey, who wants to join ClickFunnels? Hey. I'm actually doing this right now with another funnel builder. I create a funnel that these people who I'm attracting with the blueprint, they come into my marketing, right? They come into my world because I'm helping network marketers learn how to market, right? On social media. They come into my world here. I create a funnel that will help them. When I create a funnel that will help them, ClickFunnels has share codes, right? I create a funnel that will help them. I say, hey, when you get ClickFunnels from me, because you're going to need a funnel system. ClickFunnels is not the only funnel system, but my point is, right? You know, they're going to need a funnel system, right? Okay, cool. Some of them are going to decide to grab the funnel system from me, and I'm going to give them the share code. I did the same thing with this vessel that you're going to hear about. I did the same thing with this vessel, meaning I made a funnel for that vessel. I presented it to the people that I attracted through the blueprint, through my marketing. Once they got in my world, I said, hey, I made a funnel that y'all can use for the same vessel that y'all have with me. Grab ClickFunnels with me in my link, and I'll give you the share code. And the same, and I'm doing that with TCP now. I just picked it up. So I just made a funnel for this vessel. I just picked it up this weekend. So I just made I made 2 funnels so far, 2 funnels. I posted it in my group. And some of the people on here have seen it. I posted in my group, say, oh my gosh, guys, look what I just made, right? I didn't post a link for them to join. I showed them what I did. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick training video showing them why that thing that I made is important, how it can help them, right? And then some of them are going to say, oh, wow. Now, mind you, I just told you they're in my circle. I got them in my circle through my blueprint. They're in my circle. This is not cold people who have no clue who I am. This is why the blueprint gets them to you. They're like, oh, okay. Somebody will say, okay, cool. I see why I need that thing because D did a quick training on it. I see why I need that thing. So if y'all want the share code, once again, best invention ever, right? If y'all want the share code, go ahead and take a trial for TCP with me and I'll give you the share code. Now, what are they going to have? They're going to have a funnel, obviously not the company funnel, obviously. They're going to have a funnel for the vessel that they have with me. And then they're going to have that other funnel that I made too that is not based on a vessel, but it's based on their contact information. So they're going to have 2 funnels. It's already done for them. And all they had to do was get this right here. So now I'm going to have sales at TCP. I sell all my tools this way. So what did I take from Russell? One of the main things, like I said, it was more than one. So I'm not trying to diminish anything else he did because the dude's like smart. He taught amazingly for $100, amazingly, how to create an offer. And then I went and found the Expert Secrets, the free download, and then the video on YouTube to kind of understand it just a tad bit better. That's how I sell ClickFunnels. That's how I sell TCP. That's how I sell GetResponse. Consequently, that's how I sell this vessel. You're going through it right now. We have these presentations. I tell people what they need, right? I prove it to them, right? And some of the people are going to say, you know what? I am missing some of these pieces. I can tell you the usual pieces that people are missing. These two are the two people usually missing. And by product, they'll be missing this because they don't have this. That's how I sell all the stuff.
But is the blueprint, no matter what you're in, it's a blueprint on how to market on social media?
Yes, that's what my blueprint is. That's what mine is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have people in, like I said, Alexis in computer repair, right? And she's made sales in her computer repair business. We have people in skincare. We have people in weight loss, right? So everybody got in for different reasons. Some people because they're like, man, I want the vessel and I want to market the vessel. Cool. Some people are like, you know what? I have this other thing, but I do understand that I also need a way to offer people something on the back end. And I also don't know how to get leads for my thing. Either way, they needed something in here. There's not a person in here that didn't need at least one thing, or else why in the world would they come into our circle if they don't at least need one thing? That would be like giving money away. Nobody gave me no charity. I don't even promote you. It's like, if you feel that you don't need anything on this list, you wouldn't even be here. I'm just saying anyone. That would be like a waste of time. I don't waste my time that way. But that's exactly how I would market it. And that's how I do market it. And that's why it's not a whole bunch of energy, because my energy is focused on doing my blueprint. And then when you get to phase 2 or phase 3, then you implement in other things. But it starts doing my blueprint, because if you do not have no people, right, the blueprint is going to help you get the people coming to you, not you messaging them. I don't teach people to cold message. I don't really like cold messaging, so I don't do it, right? Cold messaging meaning we ain't never communicated or nothing, and I'm just up there trying to talk to you, hurry up and turn you into a sale. Like, I hate when people try and do that. And I pretty much have a very long block list, because when people try and do that, I pretty much block them, because it's pretty much annoying. And I don't teach that, right? But this brings people into my world. Even for the health and wellness that I told you that, like, you don't even see that on my timeline, I put a story up, right? Because someone else said they wanted to share the story. They're like, hey, D, I want to help you out. I want to share a story, but it had to be a physical product. I'm like, well, I only got one physical product, and I don't even promote health and wellness, right? On my thing, I use a product. I put a story up on a Saturday. I only put one story up. 2 people took me up, but I made an offer. I still made an offer, right? I made an offer, and I put a story up. 2 people like, hey, I want that. Okay. I literally had to go and find the link for the thing. Okay. But when people are in your circle, they will be more likely to trust you or be willing to try out some other thing that you have. But if all you're doing is trying to sell them on your timeline, because you're like, hey, this is awesome. Come and get this. Here's this 𝐬𝐿ink-a-ma-bob. It's a lot less closure rate. You don't have no type of connection. If you're doing a blueprint, you have a lot more connection, because you'll know the type of things to talk about on your wall. You know the type of people to get on your wall. But if not, then you might wind up with a whole bunch of people just watching. But I mean, 5 or 6 videos are not long enough to see what's up anyway, though. Does that make sense of what I'm saying? Michelle?
Yes.
Michelle, I'm a strategist, Michelle. What I mean by that is, I don't like to work hard. I'm gonna be straight up real with you. This is the hardest work that I do. It actually, honestly, it takes a lot of work to do these presentations here. I ain't even lying. But I spend a lot of time in between watching TV and stuff. But I put things together. I was literally strategizing with Alexis today. And Alexis is like, yo, I'm with that plan. I'm with that. because I wanted someone else in on the plan so I didn't have to do it myself. She's like, yeah, I'm with that. I put together a plan for TCP. It's gonna work.
That's what I want to know how to do, is strategy. I mean, like that whole example you gave with ClickFunnels, I get it from a top view, but I'm an analyzer. So it's like, I probably would have to have it slowed down and broken into pieces just because
I feel you on that.
I overthink, but I mean, that's just how I am.
I feel you on that. And I'll be honest with you, the folks that I have taught that strategy part to is not in here.
Okay.
That's not here. All right. Those are the people who took my Facebook Leads Masterclass, and it was a higher price as well. Right. Okay. So there's levels to this. There's levels to it. There was levels when I paid people $1,000. One thing I bought for $7,500. That was crazy, but whatever. You know, $7,500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever, like this, right? There's levels to it. And I don't try and snow anyone, having them thinking that, oh man, you're gonna pay like $50 and you're gonna learn everything. I tell them like this: if your boss asks you to come to work for 2 weeks for $100, just do whatever you be doing now for $100. Would you do it? You'd be like, boss, like, are you okay? I mean, unless it's like your family member, you like, boss, you want me to do what? Yeah, it don't work that way, right? It don't work that way. You guys will make money because people will come to you. You will have an actual solution, not because you want to give it to them. It's something they actually need, right? Whatever it is, it's something they actually need. And they will trust what you're saying because they saw that you're being consistent and you have the right people looking at your stuff. And then some of y'all companies have offers, some of y'all don't. Our vessel has an offer because I put it together. Now, if you guys, this company, don't have an offer, meaning that you just pretty much have a commodity, Russell Brunson teaches this, but if you pretty much have a commodity, like your thing is, oh, you can get buy one, get one when you get this shake. Wow. If you think that's going to have people running over or flipping over backwards, because every other company is like, oh, buy one, get one of this shake. Wow. Yeah. If that worked, everybody be, you know, there'd be a lot of people be doing a lot better. Obviously, some people just don't put in the work, but a lot of people doing a lot better. There's a reason why you take yourself out of the commodity and you actually create an offer like this. This literally is an offer. So a person could say, hey, I have that vessel, for example. Let's say this vessel was, we're just going to throw a company out there. Let's say this vessel was ClickFunnels. Let's just say it was ClickFunnels, right? Person could say, I have ClickFunnels. I am going to be able to get all the slaps. But let's say I said, cool, you rock with us in ClickFunnels, right? Aside from what ClickFunnels, the company, gives you, you're going to get, you know, support from us, right? You're going to get a blueprint on how to actually attract leads to, you know, your ClickFunnels journey, right? And you're going to be able to offer this to other people who join you in ClickFunnels. Let's just say if ClickFunnels is the vessel. Now you're like, okay, wait a minute. So I can just join the company in ClickFunnels, or let's say I join Sally. Sally don't have this, right? I joined Sally in ClickFunnels. What Sally got? She got some share funnels for you. Man, everybody giving away them share funnels. All right, Sally got some share funnels for you. All right, cool. You're like, okay, Sally, but I want to make some money with this. How can I market? Well, I don't know, man, but I got some share funnels for you. Okay. Okay, Sally, are we going to meet up, you know, every other week or once a month, you know, so we can just kind of, you know, if I have any questions or whatever? Nah. Okay. Yeah, this offer over here looking much nicer than I am. There's a difference between a commodity and an offer. And once again, I learned that from Russell Brunson.
Yep.
But this literally is an offer, because I don't care who you get this vessel from, right? I'm not gonna say nobody has what we're doing. I haven't seen it, which means it's probably nobody. I say probably because I know a lot of people in this vessel, right? I know a lot of people in this particular space, as a matter of fact, right? So it don't matter where you go, my offer is looking like a cherry up here. So that's why I can sell things, and that's why my team can sell things without having all of the experience, because they can leverage the same offer without having to create it themselves to start with. Because they probably don't know how yet. Hell, I didn't know how until I knew how. Does that make sense, Michelle?
Yes, that's genius.
I learned it from him. I ain't make it up. I learned the offer part. The blueprint I had to buy, right? The offer part I learned from him, which I spent my time. I ain't lying. I can't look. Ain't nothing newer than the sun. He ain't lying about that. All right. So what I want to show you guys. All right. Now that you see the 4 components, you guys will know. Okay. Boom. I'm missing some of these pieces. How can you get those pieces? All right. Real simple. Now, the first piece I'm going to show you, right? And like I said, stick with me to the end because I do have some bonuses for you because you're going to see, how you can get all of these. But the first one I'm going to show you outside of that is the vessel. In the event you're like, you know what? I don't have a very good vessel, right? And so I need an additional vessel. I'm not telling you to drop your vessel, right? You need something else, right? So I'm going to show you the vessel that we use, and then I'll show you how you can get the rest of the components. So if you're not missing a vessel, you miss the other components. I'm going to show you exactly how to get them. Let me share my screen. Right now, the vessel we use, right, is Easy1up. Why do we use this vessel? All right. For one, I told you something that allows you to be able to make whatever it is that you want to make a little bit faster. We get paid instant commissions on this product. Now, real quick, what Easy1up is affiliate type training, right? It's digital products. Digital meaning, videos, right? So you're not going to get like physical boxes, right? And it is affiliate type training of different strategies, right? Different strategies. Like, they have things for LinkedIn on here. They have things for Snapchat. So it's different strategies. All right. It does have a weak point, and I'm going to point that out. All right. Positive is that a person actually does get a product. Okay. Because there's some things that, you buy and they don't get nothing. It's like, what did I pay $50 for? I don't know. Right. So they have different product levels first. And basically the way this goes is whatever product level a person gets, they get that level and everything below. All right. So let's say a person got the $1,000 level. Let's just say, right, they get these trainings here, which are affiliate marketing type trainings, right? They get these trainings here and they get everything below. They get the stuff at the 500, the 250, and the 100 and the 25 and no additional charge, right? So that lets you know what a person gets, right? The different affiliate training, and it goes all the way up to 2,000. Now you say, okay, well, that's awesome, but how is that going to, really add to my income? Well, the compensation side is 100% commission. All right. So what that means is, let's say you're like, you know what? When I first started, I started here. By the way, I personally started here when I first started in 2018. You say, okay, I want the $1,000 product level, right? So I get all this affiliate training, everything below. But also when someone else decides they also want this product level and they want to get it from me, I make $1,000 commission. Okay. I make $1,000 to me. All right. And the company will get a small admin fee. The company on this one, company gets $100 admin fee, right? But the rest goes to me, $1,000 to me, right? And it's no monthly fees, right? And the same thing if I said, oh, okay, I want to grab the $500 product level, so I get this and everything down below, right? Included. Person that decides to grab the 500 level from you, get $500, right? So instead of it taking 13 people, like with the other lady, it took 13 people for her particular company to be able to get $1,000. It literally only takes me 1 to get $1,000, right? Or 2 if on this level, right? Or 4 on this level, right? So that is the vessel. And once again, like I said, everybody has access to this vessel or a vessel like it that can, pay them what they want. It's just that people don't actually understand that they didn't have something like this in their toolbox. So all they got is like something that pays them $20, $25 a month. That's it. And they're hustling to get $1,000 off of $25 a month. So this is the vessel. Now, like I told you, everybody has access to this vessel, but I want to show you how you get everything else. Any event, whether you have a vessel or not, right? I want to show you how you get everything else because it's more than likely that you're missing 2 of the other things, right? At least that's what most network marketers are missing. So that's what I want to show you. And we put together a really cool presentation and you're going to see this, Michelle. You're going to see how we put together the offer as well for this. So is it okay if I show you guys? Let me know. Give me hands. Is it okay if I show you guys what we put together for you? Is it all right if I do that? Tracy gave me a thumbs up. Karana gave me a thumbs up. Darius gave me a thumbs up. Tina, okay. Michelle gave me a thumbs up. Betty gave me a thumbs up. I have no clue if Mona can hear us or not, because I ain't heard from Mona all day. I know Tasha can hear us. All right, cool. All right. So let me go ahead and let me show you guys this. And I want you to pay attention, Michelle, since you were asking about it. I want you to pay attention to how everything is laid out, right? I got that from Russell Brunson. Okay. So let me show you guys. Oh. And no, down here. All right, now here's what you've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and jump into these Team AMA VIP bonuses for Easy1up. All right, now let's take a look. What is it that you're gonna get when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP and Easy1up? Now, first thing that you're gonna need is you're gonna need to know what is it that you need to do every day, or else you're gonna kind of be like this guy and looking confused. And you're going to be really chasing your tail like this dog in the picture right here, right? You don't want to be doing that, chasing your tail, right? You want to know exactly what you need to do. So what you're going to get is 5 steps to 1K blueprint. You're going to get this actual blueprint, all right, created by myself, Coach D, all right, specifically for our team AMA VIP. And with this blueprint, it's going to allow you to know exactly what to do each day, know exactly how to do it, and know exactly how often do you need to do it. Okay, that is the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. Now, the value of this blueprint, so that way you know, okay, this is serious. All right, $997 value. Guys, I want you guys to think about this. How many times have you been out there trying to figure things out? You're like, man, I don't know what to do each day in my business, right? You're just like, if someone just held my hand, if someone just would tell me what to do, then I could do it. Well, don't worry about that anymore, because this 5 steps to 1K blueprint is going to solve that problem for you. You do not have to worry about what it is that you need to do each day in your business. You can just get the blueprint and keep it trucking, baby. Now, next, all right? The next thing you need to know is, how are you going to be able to get a yes? Okay? Yeah, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in your business. You're going to be getting, you know, different leads, prospects reaching out to you, but you need to find out, how can you get them to say yes versus no? Well, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need, all right, a 2-step closing process. You're going to get my 2-step closing process on how you can actually seal the deal in Facebook Messenger. Yes, okay? Instead of you having to figure out, oh, I don't know what questions to ask, you're going to know the right questions to ask. Instead of you trying to figure out, well, I don't know if I'm saying the wrong thing, you're going to know how to say the right things, ask the right questions, and say the right things so that you can seal the deal right in Facebook Messenger. No more sweat and bullets, you know, wondering like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? Don't worry about it. You're going to get this 2-step closing process to seal the deal. And I use this process myself every time that I'm in Messenger. Now, what does that mean? So what you have so far is you have the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's a $997 value. All right. And then you have the 2-step closing framework, which is a $497 value. All right. So far you have a bonus total value of $1,494. Now, what else are you going to get? You're going to get the Easy1up Masterclass, okay? Now, what does that mean? That means in this Easy1up Masterclass, you're going to be able to learn how to set up your back office, do the pay options and set that up quickly, how to actually follow up with your Easy1up leads, how to set up your Facebook profile and turn it into an ATM machine. You heard me. We don't deal with paid ads, baby. Okay? You're going to be able to turn your Facebook profile into an ATM machine. Also, how to set up your YouTube channel so that you can start getting free leads off of YouTube. So you're going to be able to leverage both when you go through this Easy1up Masterclass. And you're getting that today as a bonus. What's the value? $997 for that Easy1up Masterclass. Guys, I paid twice as much just for the YouTube portion, let alone the portion of learning to turn my Facebook profile into an ATM machine, let alone everything else. I actually have people reaching out to me, begging me to give them this type of information, even down to how to set up their back office, right? You guys are getting this when you lock arms with us today. All right, so what are you going to get? The 5 steps to 1K blueprint that has a $997 value, 2-step closing framework that's $497 value, and the Easy1up Masterclass that includes how you're going to be able to leverage YouTube, and that's a $997 value. Total value $2,491. Now, how about this? I know sometimes you guys have problems, actually closing the deal. Like maybe somebody said, oh, well, I'll follow up later, or, check me out later. Guys, you're going to get help closing your sales live, okay? And these are just some of the results that I've had. Yes, I have this closing process down, okay? All right, so these are some of the results that we've had. $250 sale here, $1,000 sale here, another $100 sale there, okay? And you see another $1,000 sale here, another $1,000 sale here. Yes, sales happen when you know how to close and you have a closing process, okay? So you're going to get that help with the weekly sales closing calls. So you're going to be able to bring your people to the closing, to the sales calls, right? So they can get all of their questions answered and they can be ready to make a decision on the spot. Yeah, doesn't that take a lot of the pressure off of you? You're not having to worry about, that you're not a good closer, or maybe you get nervous when you talk to people. Don't worry about it. When you're part of Team AMA VIP, just bring your people to the weekly sales calls. We'll do all the explaining, all the selling, all the telling, and we'll collect the decision. And that way you can go ahead and get the sign up. Yeah, get the sign up. So far, what are you going to get? 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's $997 value. 2-step closing framework, that's a $497 value. The Easy1up Masterclass, that's $997 value. And the weekly sales calls, $3,000 value. Now, I want to make sure that you guys know that these are real values. These sales calls values right here, I'm actually only doing that based on 90 days, right? Now, of course, you're going to be with our team for much longer than that. But think about it. If these sales calls just close one of our team members' sales, just one at, let's say, the $250 level, okay, just one per week, okay, for the next just 90 days, you're talking about a $3,000 value plus, okay, because, yeah, there's going to be more sales happening, and it's going to happen way longer than 90 days, but I had to put a time limit on it so that way I could put a value on it so you could see how real the value is. We didn't want to give any type of inflated bull crap or anything like that. I want to give you guys real value. So what you're looking at is a total value so far of $5,491 when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP. Now, what else are you going to get? Ongoing coaching. How many times have you guys joined someone, right? And you're like, man, I joined, and maybe they showed you how to set up your back office, but here it is 30 days from now, you have a question. Maybe you haven't made any sales and you're trying to get some help. I mean, a lot of times people are in the company group, they sign up on Monday, they lost on Wednesday, and their sponsor is lost as well on Thursday. Out of the picture, okay? So you're going to be able to get access to ongoing coaching every single week, all right, to help you when you stumble on something, you got questions, you're going to be able to get that. You're going to get the social media training, so that way you know exactly what you need to do. And if you run across something, you're going to be able to get that help every week. Now, this is some of the results as far as some of the feedback some of the team has given. You see here, Betty was like, oh, wow, the best coach and the best team ever, okay? Here's another person. One of my coaching class says, hey, everyone, I just wanted to personally congratulate everyone here. See you, especially Coach D. She is a badass. I am slow, but I'm coming, and you can bet that. I'm so glad to be amongst a group of women like this, okay? Simone says, Deborah, I agree with you. I have learned so much from Coach D, and I'm still learning. So grateful to have met her and be coached by her. She is a godsend. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. All I do is screenshot what people say because this is the real deal, okay? Over here, Simone says, Gina, I couldn't agree more. I'm so happy for you and feel the same way. This journey and newfound family I now have has changed everything for me. Coach D has instilled a fire in me that I had forgotten I had. All you beautiful souls inspire me so much in love. Yes, We have a lot of positivity on Team AMA VIP, okay? And everyone appreciates everyone's effort. So this just kind of gives you an idea of the type of coach that I am and the type of support that you will get inside of our group. Now, what is that worth? Okay, that has a value of $5,964. Now, let me go ahead and break that down to you. Basically, what that means is we have these weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, okay, with this social media training, all right? I typically charge $497 a session, and I get paid $497 per session, okay? So this is not inflated at all. So imagine if you just had 4 sessions, okay, a month over the course of 90 days. Once again, I did these numbers just based on 90 days. And I know you're going to be with us longer than 90 days, right? Because you want to reach your goals and exceed your goals and exceed those goals on top of it. So you come up with a value of $5,964 value, okay? So that means what you're going to get, the 5 steps to 1K blueprint, that's $997 value. 2-step closing framework, so that way you know exactly what to say and the questions to ask in that inbox. That's $497 value. You're going to get the Easy1up Masterclass to show you how to set up your back office, your payment options, set up your Facebook so that it turns it into a ATM machine, and set up your YouTube channel so that way you can start getting some free leads on YouTube like I do, baby. All right, that's a $997 value. You're going to get the weekly sales closing calls to help you close your calls, close your sales, right? Close your prospects, close your leads. Just get them to the sales call every week, all right? Talk to them, get them to the sales call. Let the sales call do the selling and telling for you and collecting a decision, okay? That's a $3,000 value, and a weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, right? And this is only based on 90 days, guys. This is only based on 90 days, okay? But you're going to be able to come, any questions you have every single week, be able to come and ask me or any other coach that we have, ask those questions and get some social media training so that way you know exactly what to do and everything is already kept up to date, always up to date. That's $5,964 value. That brings the total value to $11,455. Now let me ask you guys, if all this did was gave you an unfair advantage to skyrocket your income within the next 30 to 90 days, would it be worth the $11,000? Yes. Let me ask you this. If all it did was allow you to have more time home with your kids or your grandkids or your family. Imagine all that time, you know, maybe you're away, maybe you're working 5 jobs, you know, okay, 5 is a little extreme, but maybe you're working 2 or 3 jobs, and that's a reality for a lot of people, all right? Or maybe you only working 1 job, but you're really tired because you work a whole bunch of hours. Maybe you're working 50 to 60 hours, right? And you're pretty much having to raise your kids on Facebook, like, or raise your kids through text message, right? Because you're not seeing them, so you have to text to check up on them. Come on, what kind of life is that to live? What kind of, you know, parent is that you're trying to be? You're not trying to be that type of parent that has to raise their kids from afar, or better yet, let the TV raise their kids, or let the school raise their kids, or the babysitter raise their kids. You want to be there for your kids, right? If all this did, right, was allow you to have more time at home with your kids or your grandkids or your family, your husband, your wife, right? Would it be worth it to you? Yeah. I think your kids would be worth it. Your family would be worth it. What if all this did was allow you to fire your boss, okay? Not just cut down to part-time, but totally fire your boss. Go in there and say, sayonara. Don't give them the finger, but sayonara, I'm out of here. What would that be worth? Wouldn't that be worth it for you to be able to go in, make enough money to where you could go in and fire your boss? If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house of your dreams. Come on. That's the American way. Everybody wants to own a home. Maybe you've been renting up to this time. Maybe your credit is what it is. So, you know, maybe they want, you know, $20,000 down, you know, or $10,000 down, and you just don't have it, you know, because you live in paycheck to paycheck. You know, you could barely save like $200 in between paychecks. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment down and buy your dream home, buy that $250,000 home that you want, or buy that $500,000 home that you want. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house, would it be worth it? Yeah. Your dreams are worth it. You're worth it. Your family's worth it. Your kids are worth it. Your sanity's worth it. Your health is worth it. Guys, here's some more proof for you. So you can see that we have a very So we have a very supportive team, and you see we definitely get results within our team. You see a compliment here, $250 proof here, another $1,000 proof here. All right, and over here you see this is something that we had on one of our coaching sessions, and you see Karanda says aha moment, that she was able to gain some clarity from one of our weekly coaching sessions. All right, then you see right here another one of my students said, yeah, people learn from me. D put me on the map. Okay, I coached him, and I got to toot his horn on this right here. This gentleman right here, he wound up getting two $2,000 sales, two $2,000 sales in the same week, and those were Easy1up sales. Okay, so yes, this team works, this coaching works as long as you work it. That's all it takes, guys. All right. And Gina says, hey, thank you. You made it complete sense. I didn't see the full picture before you explained it in depth. Once again, this is another one of my coaching clients, coaching students, letting you know, guys, that hey, this is real. I am about helping you guys be successful in your Easy1up business. Here's some more proof here. Karana says, thanks so much for clearing up a lot that was going on my head. Yes, a lot of times you do have confusion, right? You know, and you may have joined someone, you know, a month, 2 months ago, right? They gone. They don't forget about you, okay? You know, but when you're part of this team, all right, we don't just forget about you. You're not just, you know, we get the money and then we're off to the races, okay? You want to get clarity, you need to be with us. Here you see Simone already congratulated someone and bringing a new sign up into the group right here. She actually got paid to refer this person right here to the group. So she invited her into the group right here. So she already made a cool commission already. Right here, you see one of my colleagues actually is giving a testament, you know, to just the type of person I am. She says, I just want to say thank you for being a friend. For real, not many have my respect, but you have mine. Yes, guys, you know, this is what it's about, being a part of a community that is respectful of other people and worthy of it, because some of that stuff that glitters, it's not gold, okay? So we don't fluff over here. This is the real deal, all right? And you see here another commission that came in of $250. Now, guys, here's the deal. Yes, the value is $11,455. That is the value, the true value, all day, twice on Sunday, okay? But no, I'm not going to charge you $11,455, okay? Here's what's going on, all right? If you take advantage of this now, all right, because I can't tell you how long this is going to be available, but you take advantage of this now, you could come in to our team at the Vertex Pro level, which is a total of $1,100 with the admin fee, or you could get in at the Vertex Elite level for $550. So if you come in at that Pro level, that allows you to make up to $1,000 commissions. Okay, so the higher you come, the more money you can make, so the faster you can get that dream home, baby. All right, you come at the Vertex Elite level, you pay $550 to join, and you'll be able to make up to $500 commissions. Or you come at the Vertex level for $275, and you'll be able to make up to $250 commissions. So guys, you see, this is a no-brainer situation, okay? You can get in at the Vertex Pro, Vertex Elite, or Vertex level while this promo is going on. Now to recap, what you're gonna get, because I want to make sure that you understand the true value of what you're getting, guys. The 5 steps to 1K blueprint, $997 value. The 2-step closing framework, $497 value, brings us to a total of $1,494. Easy1up Masterclass, $997 value, brings us to a total value of $2,491. Then you add on the weekly sales closing costs to help you close your sales. That's a $3,000 value over the course of 90 days. That brings the total to $5,491. Then you bring on the weekly Q&A coaching sessions, okay, which has a value over the course of 90 days of $5,964. That's a $5,964 value, brings your total value to $11,455 value. And once again, guys, all you got to do is go ahead and get started now while this promotion is still going on. Get started at Vertex Pro level for $1,100. You can make up to $1,000 commissions, or Vertex Elite at $550 level and make commissions up to $500, or the Vertex level and make at $275 and make commissions up to $250. And keep in mind, guys, these commissions are per sale, so you can make as many sales as you want. as many Vertex Pro $1,000 sales as you want over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. As many Vertex Elite sales as you want, and as many Vertex sales as you want over and over again. Now guys, you see the value, $11,455 value. Guys, getting in, position yourself at the highest position that you possibly can, okay? Because you want to get to your goals super fast, all right? So the Vertex Pro level, $1,100 input, right? And you're able to get up to $1,000 in commissions. I mean, guys, we're talking about nearly a 90% discount is what we're talking about, and that's just at the Vertex Pro level, and these are real values. So guys, there you have it. The proof is in the pudding, and it is decision time. All right, and we are back. All right, so hope you guys enjoy that. Now, first off, I'm going to ask you guys, did anyone have any questions about anything that we went over, whether it be presentation or anything like that? And did you guys put in the comments who invited you? Hold on, let me go check. Hold on, let me go check. Michelle, Dorothy invited you, right, Michelle?
Yes.
Timothy, Ms. Glover invited you. Okay, I see that. All right, cool. Brad, okay, got it. Y'all did put down there. Okay, I'm just not looking at them. All right. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out with any questions that we have. Anybody got any questions? Darius, Michelle, Mona? I still haven't heard from Mona. Tracy?
My question is, yeah, your presentation was very clear and well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I had no idea what this call was about. And so I didn't know I was going to be looking at this. And yes, I do need help with doing social media, but do I have $250 US or $1,000 US right now to spend on that training that I need? No. So I'm going to have to say this has been a great group. I thank you all very much. But I had no idea what I was being invited to, but your presentation was outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely, Tracy. And we thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to sign off now.
All right, cool deal. All right, anybody else have any other questions? All right, cool. So now where we're at, like I said, is decision time. You guys saw the parts of the components, right? You know if you're missing those parts or not. 9 out of 10, you're at least missing 2 of those, right? And it is up to you guys now. And I'm going to start with Darius. Darius being mad quiet. Yeah, Darius. I'm there. I'm there with you, Darius. All right. What are you currently promoting, Darius?
How you doing?
What's going on? What are you currently promoting?
The Easy1up. I'm at the highest level. I'm at the $2,000 level.
Okay, cool. So for people, okay, cool. This part I didn't put in there. So for people who are already at Easy1up, already in Easy1up, as long as they were at least at the 250 level, which you are at the 2,000, all right, you can actually be a part of our team for a one-time fee of $175. I'm cutting straight to it. It comes down to this right here. If whatever you're doing currently, and we don't bash sponsors, so I don't really care who your sponsor is, right? But if you know that you're like, you know what, I need to see what we got going on here with some with some social media, some free traffic, because I know the automated funnel that some people use. I don't use that funnel anymore, but the automated funnel that some people use, they just promote paid traffic. I don't have a problem with paid traffic. We don't teach paid traffic. A lot of people, you know, they get in, they run out of money real quick doing paid traffic, then they be sad. It happens. It happened to me a while back, but I didn't lose that much money because I do want to get out. You know, but this is definitely a place for you. You see what we have going on for our Easy1up people. And even if you have other things that you're promoting, Darius, the training alone, you know, will help promote other things, even if you did have other things going on. So do you see how what we have going on here in the training can help you in your Easy1up business, regardless of who your sponsor is? So don't be up there trying to bash your sponsor. We don't do that.
No. I'm a cool, laid-back, mellow fellow. I paid you Saturday. I don't know if you remember, but Dorothy.
Oh no, I didn't remember. So I'm glad you're here. No, because we didn't actually talk.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, this is my first.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't. This is my first.
Didn't you say that Didn't you say that Karanda sent you?
Dorothy, yeah.
Dorothy.
Dorothy
Okay.
invited me.
Okay.
I cashed apped you on Saturday.
I
And
remember now.
she was excited because I was telling her I'm at the highest level. And I just basically responded to her on just somebody else on Easy1up who put up a post. And I said something, she responded back to me. So that's kind of like how the relationship began. So she and we did probably about like an hour call on the video chat through the DM.
Yeah.
And she told me the price, I paid it, you know, and then I know about the coaching call or the sales call tonight, and I think you do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? But the biggest thing for me is I'm a truck driver. My work schedule is crazy, but I was actually able to get done early today though, so I was excited to actually be able to get on the call tonight and just, you know, get a little bit more in depth about what it is that that you have put together. And I just want to say congratulations and you know, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm talking about, Darius. And we are glad to have you. We're glad to have you, Darius, and we look forward to it. Tomorrow is when we have our weekly coaching call. You know, you already saw the training that we already have in there, but when you have additional questions, that's what our tomorrow is. So if you can catch it live, that's great. If you can't, of course, the recordings go up in a group as well.
Replay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've already been making some changes with my Facebook profile though.
Good.
Well, yeah, I was watching your training, and you know, I'm not the computer guy. I only been on social media world for probably like 2 years, and I'm the guy that like to be in the background. I want to be in the light, but just being involved in what I'm trying to do moving forward though, and overall is for me to get out this truck. I've been driving trucks since 2003. I done made up some money. I got over 1 million miles under my foot, but it's so time consuming. So right now I'm working on getting out of this truck. So I've created different streams of revenue, and Easy1up is actually a part of it. But I got another brand that I'm building called NEG Enterprise, and that stands for National Entrepreneur Group. And I'm building that from the ground up. But again, it's about just creating different streams of revenue. I'm involved in a little cryptocurrency. You know, I got my hands on quite a few things though, but it's just really about building. So I know Rome wasn't built overnight, but what kind of frustrated me about the Easy1up, I kind of got involved with that through Profit Passports with David 𝐬𝐞, and you really can't, you don't have nobody to talk to. You know, and I got all these things set up and everything, and you know, you don't get a response back, and I'm just like, okay, I'm getting emails. I'm like, okay, I need to talk to somebody. So when Dorothy reached out though, and it was just kind of like, we kind of like clicked, and then she referred me to you. Right. So I started, you know, 5 steps that you have for the 1K, and I started watching the video and everything. I'm like, okay. So I started making my little changes, and I'm like, okay, I want to see what it's really about though. So the first opportunity I had, which is actually tonight, this is my first call. So again, I just want to say thank you. Yeah.
We're glad to have you. It's funny you said that. So we get it. We understand with that, and that's why in my presentation I said everybody can have the vessel, but everybody doesn't have, you know, what we put together, and it's just something that was needed, you know. So we created, once again, a Russell Brunson term. We created a blue ocean. Right? It's a Russell Brunson term. We created a blue ocean over here. You know, so we're definitely glad to have you with us. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, Michelle. I think
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Michelle, I think Dorothy said y'all had talked about the program. You muted, Michelle. You muted. I don't hear you, Michelle. You talking? Okay, go ahead. I'm about to say you talking, but I heard that. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I talked to her. She's amazing. And I am interested in this, but I haven't even had dinner, and I'm exhausted because I'm
exhausted.
I didn't.
No, that's with it.
So I just, yeah. I mean, my only thing is, I've done ClickFunnels, MLSP. I have my MLM, and the frustration I have is I feel like I have the shiny ball syndrome, and to sign up for more and more training, I'm not even getting through, you know, I got notes from Russell Brunson's thing. I haven't even gone through my MLMs, you know, all their stuff. And I've been in that like 7 or 8 months. So I just don't want to bog down. I hear everything, and I see the things that are missing, but if I got to do a whole bunch of more training, I just feel like I'm going to end up back $1,000 less in the same boat with 4 different things.
I can understand that. This is what I would say to that. All right. And this is just straight up, because I'm gonna shoot it straight. All right. If I was in your shoes, I would get it for the training aspect. Not necessarily for the income aspect. And let me explain what I mean, right? Because I have MLSP as well. There's awesome things with MLSP. Like it's the best marketing platform I've ever had. But I know the weakness in it. And one of the weaknesses, it is not the ongoing support, because they're there 5 days a week, right? The missing aspect is that they give you a lot. They give a lot to us, right? So they're teaching us how to do funnelizer one day. They're teaching us they were doing email marketing another day, prospecting another day. It's like each of those 5 days is different things. So what happens is it's a fire hose. It happened to me. And I love MLSP. It's the best marketing training platform I've ever had, personally. Okay. And I'm at the highest level. Like, so yeah, I ain't playing with it. Right. But when it started to happen to me with the fire hose, even I had to take a step back, like, wait a minute. Right. Because you get overwhelmed, and they do give you a DMO to begin with. And that's what I said, what I was talking about in my presentation of, I didn't start to have a blueprint until with them. That was a start. That's not the one that I have now, but that was a start. And even with that, it was like, okay, at 6 in the morning, I post this, and they have you doing the follows and stuff like that. So there's some things in there that the blueprint that we use is a little bit different, and it's more simplified, right? But anyway, and now your MLM, I'm guessing that's health and wellness. That's just what I think of when I think of MLM. And you said ClickFunnels. Now, like I told you, I put ClickFunnels on the back end of how I try and sell it. I don't try and sell it out front. That's what I recommend to you, because I know what I'm saying works, right? I would not be bogged down with trying to, just because I went to 2 comma class. I would, bless you, I want to be 2 comma this year type situation. What is your passion? Is your passion the health and wellness, Jamie? What's your passion? Like if you had to, like, ClickFunnels here, health and wellness, like which one is more like, oh my gosh, I am so in love with trying to help people lose weight, if that's what you're doing in health and wellness? Like, what's your passion?
Actually, neither.
So what
I mean, I love to write and I love to motivate people, and
neither one.
But
you bought it for? Well, I can understand why you bought ClickFunnels. It's a tool, but
well, the MLM it's CBD and stuff like that. So I personally love the products, which is why I said I wouldn't ever do network marketing again. But I've been so blessed from the products. I'm like, oh, I got to tell people about it. But my problem for the last 7 years, and I've been off and on, I don't have I'm a pharmacist, so I'm working all the time. I don't have time to spend on the phone. So I thought, oh my gosh, ClickFunnels, that's going to let me automate everything. Then I met Dorothy in 2 Comma Club, and I learned about the MLSP, and I was like, okay, this is going to help me, because ClickFunnels is really high up there. I built my first funnel, and I haven't taken the time to build anymore. So that money's over to the side. Then I tried the MLSP. Okay, that's just $1 5-day challenge. And it's just like, I'm getting nuggets, but I haven't made any freaking money. And I'm just getting frustrated. I spend on learning, and sorry.
No, I didn't say anything. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I know I've been there, and I know some of the people here have been there. This is a come to yourself moment that you're gonna have to decide first, right? Because I had to do the same thing, right? Is, for one, why am I doing this? Meaning, like, your why. Like some people say their why is because they want to give their kids more than they had. Everybody has their own why, right? Okay. My why is because I literally have a passion to help people be educated entrepreneurially, right? Because, and I don't even know, entrepreneurially might not even be a word, but you understand what I'm saying. But it is based on my past, right? My mom was a single parent, and I saw what entrepreneurship did for her. It took us out of, low income. I mean, we wasn't starving. Some nights she didn't eat. I didn't know that until I got an adult. She didn't let us see that. But it took us from the low income of some nights she couldn't eat because she had to feed us, right, to being able to get off of welfare and then be into a house that she actually paid for, you know, and by the time I was a high school student, she actually got me a car. Now, all of these are big things when you're growing up in the hood, but I saw the transition she made from working 16 hours a day at someone's job, right, to transitioning to be an entrepreneur. She had to learn, it wasn't no internet, obviously, you know, talking about way back then, right, you know, but I saw with her entrepreneurial spirit, like how she transitioned and what it was able to do for us as a vessel of her learning to be an entrepreneur, learning to think of how to make money instead of learning how to just go to work, for example. So that's where my passion comes from. So this is why I love the teaching aspect of it, because I know it can change lives. So I'm really passionate about it. So you have to think about why you're doing this anyway. I'll tell you right now, if, I'm not saying this is your reason, but if your only reason is to make some money, it's going to be a hard road, because when the money don't come, then you don't have anything else to keep you driving. You know, it's only like, oh my gosh, I didn't make any money, bump it, I just lost money again, right? So think about whatever it is, you know, that your passion is, right? And then you choose something that, as far as your one of your products, right? As far as one of your products, you know, choose something that you're passionate about. That's why I asked you, is your passion in health and wellness? You know, usually people like, yeah, well, you know, lose weight, whatever.
Well, can I interrupt you for 1 second? To connect all those together is, I've been a pharmacist 27 years. I haven't liked it ever. So I want to get free from the rat race.
I haven't liked it ever.
Well, and there's so many people that go to work and I see them, we're unhappy. We're stuck to a computer. I want to free people from the rat race. And I just thought network marketing would help me do that. And then I could grab people along the way and help them get free too.
Hey, Karonda. It can, okay, but where you're at right now, first, it's like this. You want to help people, cool, to help free them from the rat race that you were in where you didn't particularly like the job. All right, but no matter what you choose to do, you're going to have to start on a path. You're going to have to trust that path, right? When I say path, I'm talking about a blueprint. Whether you got it from your network marketing company or whatever, you're going to have to start on a path. And you're going to have to trust that path, and you have to be consistent with that path. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, that consistency is literally going to come, for one, it comes from knowing exactly what to do each day, number one. And then number two, you're going to have to make a decision. The person I learned about making a decision from was Bob Proctor, free on YouTube, right? There's only two things that any of us actually need to be able to get to whatever point that we want to get to. One is the will to do it. And we were all blessed with the will to do it. Right? That means, because, you know, we were created by someone, regardless of what you believe, right? We were created by something, okay? So we all were created with the will to do it, right? The next is to make a decision. Mm-hmm. Once you actually make that decision, and that is within you, once you actually make that decision, you say, you know what? I'm deciding to XYZ. Whatever plan you have in front of you, whatever plan that there is for you. Now, obviously, we have a plan with a blueprint, right? And that's what I would tell you to follow, right? You follow the plan until you find out that either the plan is faulty, right? Meaning not talking about you did 5 or 6 lives and you quit. No, right? Talking about, man, they just told me some lies, right? Or you have a better plan. It is the exact same thing that I did when I got an MLSP. I didn't have a blueprint at all. They started me with one with their DMO. I didn't even know I was missing one, right? And this was 8 months ago. I've been in 8 months, right? So they started me with their DMO, right? I made a decision to go in with them. I did not know where it was going to end up, but I knew that what I was doing, spinning my wheels, yes, I was making money, but I was working too hard. In my opinion, I was working too hard. I'm like, yo, I'm smarter than this. This is crazy. I don't have to work all these hours. Nah, right? But I know I just had to, figure it out. So I started with that, but I made a decision. When they told me something to do, right from start, the first 5 steps, the first 5 steps, the 5th step, they're telling you how to post. And you're like, what? Post that? They're like, yeah, post this. I was like, I don't post like that. This is what I'm thinking. Then I immediately said, well, D, they're making 7 and 8 figures. You're not at 7 and 8 figures yet. So what you going to do, D? You going to trust their plan or not? This is literally what I said to myself. I said, yeah, I'm going to trust their plan. Shut up, D. Yeah, I trusted their plan. I did it. but I had to trust it first. I did it. And then, I mean, it sounds real trivial what they tell you to post, but I swear it works, right? So I did it. And then when it came across time for me to get some coaching from them, because, you know, they sell coaching, right? It's not ongoing coaching that they sell, but they sell higher coaching. I said, I had to dig deep. Yet another thing I'm going to buy. But you know what? They have put out people like Ray Higdon. They have put out people like Keisha Bass. They have put out people like Diane Hogman. These people I learned about, right? They have put out these people that were out there helping people now, right? I'm like, who am I to second guess what they're talking about? Boom, let me get it. I got it, right? That opened up another piece of it for me. It actually opened up, like, you know, one of the last pieces I needed to really, you know, be able to do what I'm doing, right? It opened up another piece for me, but I had to trust their process the whole time. There was a time, and it's probably, I'm sure it's recorded, it was a training they had. They said, all right, guys, we're going to double down on Facebook. This is like after, as a matter of fact, this is like a month after I joined. I'm thinking we're going to learn YouTube, we're going to learn all these other things, right? Because they're back there. They're like, we're going to double down on Facebook. I'm like, what if we're not really Facebook people? Now, mind you, at this point, I had brought in a good amount of people. I think I had already hit level 1 or level 2, right? Because it only took me 90 days to hit L3. But my point is, you know, they knew my name. When you start bringing in people, they know your name. They knew my name. So I'm on there, and when he's saying it wasn't Brian, it was James Finale. He's like, yeah, we're gonna double down on Facebook. And I'm like, I'm on the call, right? What if you're not a Facebook person? He says, guys, look, like dead serious, as we said, guys, look, what is a Facebook person? That doesn't even make sense. He's like, look, we've seen what works. We've tested what works. We know what works. This is where it's at. You need to trust the process. And that's what that is. I mean, that's pretty much what he was saying. So me, you know, I'm a red. So I was a little, you know, hotter than a collar, right? But I said, D, can you prove that what the process that they gave me to do is a lie? No, I could not. Do you have a better process? No, I do not. So I immediately said, okay. I shut the heck up and I followed their plan. Consequently, I've had more success within the last 8 months faster than I had. And obviously, Easy1up pays way more money, obviously, right? But I've had way more success in a shorter amount of time, listening to them, trusting their plan, than I did with all them other gurus that I paid $7,000 to, $3,600 to another one, right? $3,000 to another one. So my point is that if you, for one, you make the decision and you want to do it, that decision has to come from you, right? It's up, do you want it bad enough, right? Then you're going to have to trust somebody. You're going to have to trust somebody's process. Now, I went through their process, right? And I know one of the weaknesses, it is all of the information that comes at us. So I had to throttle back. I took out the parts. I said, okay, let me take out some parts. Yeah, nah, I ain't doing them follows every day. Okay. And I was in the process of narrowing this down. And then I met another coach who also is in MLSP. She said, this is what I do for my biz app. She said, I do a simple, what she calls a blueprint. I said, okay, but it got to be, you know, on Facebook, right? She says, yes, it's Facebook, leveraging video, and I'll show you the basic way to leverage that onto YouTube. She said, okay. I said, okay. She told me what it was, meaning the price, okay? I bought it. When I looked at the blueprint, I was second guessing it. Why? Because just like everybody else, everybody out here, before you start winning, everybody out here thinking it's some sparkly stuff. We're like, oh, surely, you know, they're not winning unless they have chat bots. They must be doing Facebook pay that. So I'm looking at them like, so what you're saying, and I must have asked her like 20 questions once she gave me the blueprint, right? I'm like, so you're saying do this? Or you saying do this? No, do this. So you said, no, do this. It's similar to MLSP. So it doesn't contradict them, but it's put in such a way that it can be done in about an hour a day. Whereas it was taking me longer with MLSP stuff because it's just, you know, it's a little bit different, right? I trusted it. It works. The people who I brought on, some of the team members here, some of them aren't on. Dorothy is a product of it, right?
I trust her. That's, I told her when I got on here. I already said because I trust her. I hadn't even heard you speak yet.
Yeah.
Like I'm in because I trust her. So I feel that.
Right. And I mean, and that's the way it should be. And this is why attraction marketing works. Because a person will get a chance to trust. So you're seeing it in action. Now, I'm not going to get up here and tell you, oh, I'm the only person that's helped Dorothy. No, I wouldn't tell anyone to only be listening to one person. That's like a monarchy or something, a dictatorship or something, right? Mm-hmm. But what I will tell you is that, and she will tell you, the part that I helped her unlock, I said, Dorothy, I said, I got it. I said, I got it from the blueprint is what put it in order so that we didn't have to be wondering, well, do we have to do all of these pieces that MLSP sellers do? You know, like the follows, like nobody likes doing the follows, right? Do we have to do all these pieces? Well, it's like, man, theirs is like 3 hours worth of stuff. And some people have jobs, you know, and we're like, well, man, well, should we still be trying to do this other stuff and this and that and the third, right? The part that I unlocked for her, she's like, she got frustrated too. She said, I get it now. In the last, Dorothy been back on the scene for like 4 months. She's been back on the scene for like 4 months. But in the last like month and a half, once she said, D, I get it, because she's in my upper level, so she has chat support with me. She said, D, I see what you was talking about. I see the part that you was trying to help me see, but I see it now, right? Mm-hmm. And she put that with something that Stacy said. She said something that Stacy said in her training too. And now you see this. Alexis definitely is not even a network marketer, right? She's been on our scene for about 4 months as well. She does computer repair. I said, okay, Alexis, I said, get in my Facebook leads masterclass. We start. This is before I had this this training here. I said, okay. I said, look, you're gonna have to trust the process. She said, okay. She started trusting the process, and they'll post up stuff. Oh, I see it. Oh my gosh, people are reaching out to me. Oh my gosh, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Keep going, keep going. I said, Alexis, what I said, I see you, you know, you're doing your stuff. I said, but I think you're still second guessing yourself. I said, I'm gonna put you a challenge. I went on live and it's still on my wall. I said, I'm gonna give you a challenge. I said, I need you to make a sale of your thing, because that's what she sells, her thing, right? In 7 days. I said, this is what's you ready. This is what needs to happen. We did it live on my wall. On, I think it was either 6th or the 7th day, she showed the screenshot that she made a sale. This is the turning point that people have in here, right? Because when you have a process that you know to follow, right? And you see that other people have also used that same process and it works, then it's on you to just trust that process and keep moving forward. But at the moment you say, I don't know, you know, you second guessing yourself. That means, did you really make a decision or did you not?
Right.
It doesn't matter how much else you spent, because I know I done spent thousands elsewhere, you know, and stuff. It happens. And I'm not even gonna say I regret. It was only one thing I regret, because I didn't know how crappy it was till about. I'm sorry. But it was only one thing I regret. But other than that, they were learning experiences. But it's at the end of the day, if I were you, right? For one, like I said, you got to figure out what your passion is, because that's going to be your main product, right? But I would get Easy1up for the training that we have. If you get Easy1up, somebody else, they ain't got the blueprint, so you pretty much done threw your money away. Just be straight up with you, real talk. Been there, done that, right? But I would say you get it for the training, so you can start learning to take what MLSP is giving you, but they throwing it all at you, right? Slim that thing down and start doing this 5-step process. So even if
so, is that the $1,000 one? Is that the one I need to do?
No. Oh. The levels. Let me explain this. All right, you can get on board with what we have going on at the 250 level, right? It's the minimum is 250, which is a total of 275 output. The difference in the levels of what you decide to get is if you also want to earn with Easy1up, right? Meaning the higher the level, the more you can earn. Meaning if you get $1,000 level, you can also earn at that level. If you get it,
That's what I want.
you're earning
That's what I want to do.
I'm just saying, you know, so that's where the levels come in. The other difference between the levels is whatever additional bonuses that Dorothy has offered you. So for example, like I don't know if these guys have made bonuses, but like let's say if I tell someone, hey, if you get in at the $2,000 level, for example, right? If I say, hey, if you get in at $2,000 level, I'm going to give you a one-on-one coaching session with me to help you with this particular area, right? That would be additional to whatever they get here. So if she gave you something additional and she said, hey, you need to get on this level to get this additional, then that's also where that would come in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remember that offer thing?
Yes.
Yeah, Dorothy knows how to make an offer too. We
Yeah,
talked about this. She's in my higher level, right? You know, but yeah, I mean, you know, that's just what it is, right? You know, but that's where that will come in, right? So unless there was something else that she said, like she may say, hey, like real talk, she may say, hey, if you get in at the higher level, then I will help you construct an offer. Because remember, you was like, you know, you kind of understood what I'm saying, but not really. But that's also what I give to the higher level people, you know, I'm a high level. But Dorothy may say, hey, I will help you construct the offer, right? If you get in at the higher level. That may be something that she says is what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Because she knows how to make an offer as well, right? Alexis knows how to make an offer as well, right? Karanda knows how to make an offer as well, right? Because they're with me. They know how to make an offer as well, but they also were with me at the higher level is what I'm saying. So they do know how to make an offer, and she knows how to make an offer, so she can help you make an offer. I literally helped Alexis work out her offer, but like I said, she's in a higher level. I literally helped her work out an offer that didn't have nothing to do with funnels, upsells, and downsells. Like, Alexis, do you even have a funnel? Everything ain't got to be that way. Not when you're using organic traffic, sis. That's just what people say, you know, because it's like people want to keep you busy and they want you to buy stuff. I get it. But with organic traffic, like, I don't even know if Dorothy put a funnel together. I mean, I didn't give her one. I don't even know if she put a funnel together. But you already trust Dorothy because of whatever interaction you guys had. Was it because you went through an upsell and a downsell funnel? Like, tell us, you know, was it because you went through an upsell and downsell funnel that Dorothy has that you trust her? Michelle?
No, she was in the 𝐬𝐞 Club and she said, hey, I'm forming a group and I want to connect people of different MLMs. It's very strategic. But the big thing for me as the struggles I'm going through personally in my life, for someone to reach out to me and talk to me and kind of root for me with no reason to do that at all, it really touched me. So
that's what you do. That's I'm trying to tell you, sis. This is how it works. This is what you do. That's one of the turning points that Dorothy made. And I was trying to tell her that, you know, up front, but like I said, sometimes you got to hear it, you know, different ways. And that was one of the turning points she had. I told her, you know, like, sis, just help people. You'll see, money will come. Just help people. And when she said, I see what you're talking about now.
She's doing it.
Money's coming. But this is how it works. You know, it didn't take her no year to make no money and all this goofy stuff that people be thinking, but they be thinking that because they don't start with a streamlined process, like just boom. Dorothy is literally doing phase 1 activities. Okay. Like I said, I if she made a upsell, downsell funnel, which is like phase 3, if she did that, I don't know nothing about it, right? But she's literally doing the attraction marketing, and she's doing, I told her, I said, help people. Don't worry about the money. Help people. Because she was frustrated too, you know, 4 months ago. I said, chill. I mean, like, I was like, chill, sis, just help me. Just trust me. I said, they're going to be connected to you, and it's way easier to make a sale when you attract people to you, and they're connected to you because you're doing the things, you know, you're talking to the right people, right? And you're giving the right type of value. I said, trust me. And then boom. So that's why I would say, regardless of, you know, what you wind up having as a passion, if you want to market it on Facebook and leverage it in video, right? Then I would say get it for the training. Like I said, the level is up to, if Dorothy says she's going to give you some extra bonuses to get the high level. But as far as the level that you got to get on to rock out with our blueprint, rock out with what we have going on, you need at the minimum 250 level, which is a 275 one time to get in. To explain the levels.
I want to do the higher one.
Then that's what you do.
Okay.
You know, I started with 1,000 and then I upgraded to the 2,000. I started with 1,000 in July it was like really like June 29th or something of 2018. And then that November, I went to the 2000. So I had to make some money, of course, you know. But yeah, but that's what I would say as far as that. Once you make that decision, you say, okay, I know whatever your passion is about helping people, right? You're still going to need to know how to market a thing if you're doing it on Facebook. You're going to still need to know how to market whatever thing it is. If you don't want to market your MLM, don't market your MLM.
Okay.
Regardless of what you choose, you're going to need to know how to market a thing. And like I said, for our blueprint and our phase 1, it'll take you about an hour a day. And I tell people about an hour a day means anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, right? Because as you first start, obviously it might take you an hour and a half. But I also tell people don't focus so much on the time. I tell them that time because it's true. You know, like literally, you know, I've had some of our teammates come on live as they're doing their 5 steps to like show the other teammates, you know, in there, like, look, we're gonna time it. I actually did one today. We're gonna time it, start, boom, finish. So that people can see this. It's not fluff, just saying, oh, about an hour in a day, and it really takes you 5 hours. Nope.
Okay.
So that, you know, that kind of answers the time situation. But like I said, you at the first stage is you deciding, you know, you making a decision. Like, yo, okay, whatever it is that I promote, I know I'm going to need to know how to do that. So I need to rock out with Dorothy while this promo is what it is, while this is here. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you very much.
All right. So what I want you to do is get with Dorothy after. Well, I know you said you're sleepy, but you know.
No, she's already kind of texted me the steps of what to do.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the team. Everybody else looking forward to seeing her on the team. So look, everybody say yeah. So she go ahead and get on the team. Look, everybody say yeah.
Yes.
We looking forward to seeing you on the team.
Come on.
Look. We're gonna check now. I'm just playing. We're not gonna check now, but I do look forward to seeing you on the team. Honestly, I'm being for real. And I still haven't heard from Mona, so I have no clue what Mona's doing. All right. So other than that, guys, y'all already know this is how we rolling. Take advantage of it while we're doing this every week. Take advantage of it, y'all. Take advantage of it. The training, we'll have training tomorrow because we train Wednesdays. We're gonna train tomorrow. Like I said, if you can catch that live, that'd be great. If you have questions, definitely bring them live. So Michelle, if you go ahead and jump on, you can get in training for tomorrow. All right, bring your questions. Okay. But anyhow, but it will be recorded and put inside the group as well. All right. And as we flush out, because we're taking everybody through phases, right? As we flush the higher phases out, right? That's why we're doing those live. Okay, as we flush those out and then putting them in the group, and then we'll go into, you know, Q&A. Once we get those flushed out live, then it'll be repetition. Okay, because it is not about you guys thinking that you need to learn something brand new every week. That is disaster, right? Once we get these phases flushed out of what you need to know to get things going, right? Then we're going to be doing repetition because it is consistency. That is what's allowing people, that is what's allowing Karanda to get her first coaching client. It is being consistent, right?
Okay.
Cool. Sound like a plan?
It does. I'm excited. The ongoing support is huge because that is something I feel like a loner out here, and so that's going to be a big help. So thank you for this. And Russell would be so proud of you.
Would he?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Badass is the word.
You like that? Since it took me all day. That day I did it, it took me all day. I didn't know anybody to outsource the suits to, so you know what I mean?
Oh no, you did it. You did exactly how he said to do it. And oh yeah, he'd be very proud.
Cool. I appreciate that because that was rough. Darius, you look like you was about to say something. Was you about to say it wasn't good, Darius? Was Darius about to?
No, this is dope. I'm not complaining at all. It's dope.
Okay. Darius, you got a blue parrot? Is that a blue parrot?
Good over there.
You got a blue parrot?
Yeah, that's why when Dorothy introduced me to you, I said she looked like she was a driver or something though. Because
I just wanted to look smart.
Like
I just wanted to look smart.
It
worked. No,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
I appreciate
Voice reduction and everything. Yeah. I wear them every day. So,
Yes, sir. So I appreciate this.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming out. And at the end of each day, what do we do, y'all? Come on. I don't know why Betty don't have her camera. Betty, what do we do? Come on, y'all. What do we do at the end of each day? What are we going to do?
We're going to take this ride to the top.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
And we, yeah.